Ow.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's indoor adventure in Waterdeep Dragon Heist. I am very excited to get back into this session because where we left off last week was a very precarious pickle indeed. You guys had tracked down the Nimblewright that you later learned as Nim2. And rescued them off of the streets and repaired them, where they ended up giving you... Oh, thank you for the sub, JD! Happy 5 months!
JD!
Where you guys ended up rescuing this creature, bringing him back, where you found a map that led to a butcher shop, where you believed to be the location of the Stone of Golorr, or at least relating to it. And so you decided to leave your new Nimblewright companion alone in your house with a copy of Frankenstein, because what's the worst that could happen? And then set off to the field ward outside of Waterdeep proper. You passed by the northern gate, which you have about 2 hours left until it will close for the evening, where you will then have to go all the way around the city itself to go in through the southern gate, as that gate is open 24 hours. You decided to go to this field ward, where you then met a dragonborn butcher by the name of Thrakis at his butcher shop, the Meeting Place. And upon going inside, Hubris disguised himself as Nim2, and Torvash, acting as Nim's interpreter, walked in and tried to talk things over reasonably the entire time, using a clever use of the detect thought spell on Torvash's part, so to kind of minimize the interaction that you needed to have. However, upon getting rather ornery about a friend discount, it would appear that Thrakis is no longer looking to talk or to bargain, and is instead looking to get a prime cut out of you, Torvash, as he has locked the two of you into his butchery, just the two of you, and then leveled his butcher's axe towards you. It's a cleaver. I keep wanting to say butcher's axe because it sounds badass, but it's a cleaver. It's a very large cleaver at that, but... so I would like for everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, welcome to the game, everyone. Oh, shit. That is a 22.
Nice. Right, so...
I just want my bacon.
16.
Hold on, let me get a paper so I can write.
16!
16. All right,
22.
so Torvash, 22. Hubris, 16.
Yes.
Ghost.
10.
And Kronk.
Yeah.
Head shapes. It's single digits for sure.
Numero dos.
Kronk gets a 2. And let's see what the butcher gets. He looks like he is going to be going right after Hubris.
Well done.
So, Torvash, you are at the start of the round, and this creature has leveled his great butcher cleaver towards you, and is currently starting to make an advance. What would you like to do?
I'm going to... My eyes are going to start glowing. The little green and purple smoke swirl is going to start coming around. And I'm going to tell him to stop and cast Hold Person.
Okay. And
Wisdom save of 15.
He got an 8. So he is currently stopped in his tracks.
Yeah, he's paralyzed. And I'm like, I just wanted bacon. I don't think I can do anything else, can I?
You could leave if you wanted. Just go
He
over,
locked the
unlock
door.
the door.
Oh, I'll just unlock the door. I'll go unlock the door if I can.
Yeah, no, he is currently being held in place. He can't move, he can't do anything. Can't even say anything because he's being held.
I'll open up the door and be like, can we just tie this guy up? We gotta talk to him.
see a weird sparkle in Ghost's eye when you say tie somebody up. And
Really?
and so yeah, you guys yeah, I'll say without any real issue, because again, he's being held for, I believe, hold person's 10 minutes.
1 minute, but
Does he get a
he's
save?
paralyzed. He fails all of his strength and dexterity saves.
Okay.
But
Does
every
he get a save
round,
at the
he
end
gets
of
a
his
wisdom.
round?
Yeah.
So if Hubris ties him up,
Does he get to save at the end of his round? What is it?
at the end of each of its turns.
Okay. So you walk outside and say that you want to go in and tie this guy up. Hubris, it is your turn technically in the initiative tracker. What would you like to do? As you are the door just closed behind you and you heard it lock. And now Torvash is like walking out like 6 seconds later saying that you guys need to tie up the butcher.
Sure, I guess.
He
like
tried
peek
killing
his head
me.
in. Is the butcher just like paralyzed?
He has leveled his great cleaver in a direction where you assume Torvash was probably at before this happened, but just seems to be stuck.
Sure. I guess Hubris will start trying to tie him up.
Okay. So then it is his turn. And he does not save again. Still stuck. So then next up is Ghost.
Ghost. Yeah, go ahead.
This knot right here, I don't think it's right. Do you know how
no.
to...
Oh, honey, no. Ghost is gonna come up and she's just gonna like lick her fingers and start tying.
Okay.
Like we can pull. He's malleable, right? We can move him.
There is actually magic kind of keeping his body where it is.
Okay.
Can I just drop the arm magic bit?
No. It
As
is
the
an
entire-
entire encompassing spell.
So I'm going to like tie up his arm and then tie up his other arm in a way so that all I have to do is like pull tight when he when the spell's dropped, and it will pull his hands behind his back.
Wait, is there rafters?
There are, but they don't look like they could support his weight.
Oh yeah, he's the
I'm
dragon.
gonna put a stop to that right now. If he was a scrawny dude, like a halfling or something,
Yeah.
oh yeah. Otherwise,
I'm just gonna say, Kronk, just so Kronk knows it's time to come inside.
You made it.
I know, but thank you, because I was just going to stand there waiting for someone to yell carriage. So when you call Kronk, the door just blows off its hinges because I did the math. I can't not break a door if I hit it.
the door's open.
No, I'm out back.
There's only one. There's only
There's
one
one-
door entry. So are you just
Oh.
breaking through the wall?
No, well, you took okay.
You're
Oh,
a Kool-Aid
I
man?
thought there
Nope.
was.
Yeah, because last time I had said I walk around to the other end or entrance or exit
There were-
wherever it is.
Oh, I thought you were saying that you were going around the back. There was only one entryway into this place.
Oh, okay. If there was only one door, then yeah, I'm standing there. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
in.
I was gonna say the walls are actually thin enough that you would still do enough damage to just Kool-Aid your man through.
Okay.
So if you
Yeah,
want a
and
Kool-Aid,
Unless it's reinforced or fortified, I can't, with my 20 strength, I can't do less damage than it takes to just blow something like that apart.
especially because you have your Mason's tools, so you gain.
Yeah.
You gain.
Well, and that's just knowledge. I don't even need tools. Just even with my fists, I know where to hit boards and
Mhm.
things structurally.
Oh yeah, no. This building, it was a burnt out windmill,
Oh, yeah, that's
so
right.
its walls are very fragile, anyways.
But I wouldn't have been out back because there was no
Yeah.
door. I was waiting for him to try to escape. So
Oh,
I come
okay,
in
yeah. Sorry about
and
that.
Look at Ghost like.
One moment. Torvash, when you're ready.
Muted.
when I'm ready, what?
You can drop the spell.
Quick question, Dan. Can I charm person while they're paralyzed?
You will have to swap the spell because they're both concentration. You are currently maintaining your hold person, so if you attempted to cast another spell that requires concentration,
But it's my item and it doesn't have concentration written down on it.
What is the spell that the eyes use, or does it just charm them for a minute? Because if it just charms them,
Charm
that's fine.
person just charms them for an hour. Doesn't have the little C next to it on D&D Beyond.
But it uses the spell charm person?
It's Eyes of Charming, first level charm person,
Yeah.
recharges.
Yeah, so if it's a first level
Control.
charm person, then that would follow the ruling in.
But all the others have the little C next to it for concentration. This one doesn't.
Right. Was it a made item though?
No, charm person actually does not have concentration on it.
Woo!
Yeah, so you can do that, and it's going to be a
I'm trying
wisdom
to
save.
charm him before I drop it, Ghost. Because he's still going to be pissed.
All right.
Yeah, you can see there's a lot of hatred in his eyes.
And tying up doesn't consider like an aggressive action by us, right?
No,
We haven't attacked him. We aren't doing anything harmful. To him.
just tell him it's a cool thing.
Okay. I'll try and.
Gonna get
Is he still in combat?
Yeah, we are still in our combat rounds, but it is currently your turn.
So he's going to get advantage on the save.
Okay.
Might as well.
Okay, I've got 3 attempts of this.
He got
Yes,
an
go ahead.
18.
Yeah, that saves.
Ghost is just standing there with the ropes ready.
Okay. Hubris, it
Hubris
is
is
your
crossing his arms. All right, anytime you guys are ready.
turn. Okay.
Close the door.
He'll shut the door.
And he fails his hold person save once again.
Damn it, I'm going to be the charm person save.
Yep, and then it is Ghost's turn. You're just waiting there with the rope still.
Do you got
Kronk,
any way to help?
What?
Any way to help?
I'm tying him up. It'll be fine. Kronk's here.
Okay. Can't they breathe fire or something? Shall we not just stand in
Just
front
don't
of them?
stand in front of him, yeah.
Okay, I'll drop the spell then.
And I'll pull.
okay. Make a strength check with advantage.
It's a 23.
He got a 4. You're fine. Yeah, you. So you quickly just pull back, and with a loud clang, the large cleaver falls to the ground as his arms are just pulled into the back, and you can hear a. As you did this, not necessarily for like this is a safety hold, it's fine. Like you hear a popping noise as one of his arms just kind of goes out of socket.
Oh,
And
and
he
I'm
lets
just gonna
out-
like lean up in his ear. Hi.
Just what the fuck? He's very upset as he has let out a yelp of pain from his shoulder popping. What the fuck do you want?
That's
Kronk
alright.
interacts and scrapes the cleaver over to himself and picks it up.
Okay. Yeah.
Was there something you wanted to ask him?
We were discussing a deal on bacon.
Did you get all the information we needed?
Not all of it. There's a little bit more. I got a glimpse of someone, but no name.
What the fuck are you people?
Can I try another charge of my sunglasses? This guy's really angry.
Yeah.
He scares me.
Hubris is still in disguise person, isn't he?
Yep.
Disguise self. Yep.
He got a 4 on his
Okay,
save.
he's charmed.
Quickly.
We're now friends.
I mean, I suppose it's a weird way to treat your friends.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you?
I'm gonna put his arm back in the socket and give him a healing word.
Okay. Make a medicine check to see if you can like physically put it back in, or if this is going to just be like a magically assisted your arms back.
13.
Yeah. You kind of just move his arm back into place, and you hear this kind of like not to be put back in place. It's more of like almost a quiet squelching noise. As it pops back in, and then he just kind of begins rotating his arm if you guys let him.
I'll eye Torvash to see if it's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. As long as we don't do anything aggressive to him, hostile, we're all good.
All
How
right.
long? Kronk, no dancing right now.
Mm-hmm.
All in
I'm not a
time.
dancer.
Oh, but he is.
Okay, so a couple of things. One, the deal on the bacon.
Let's skip over that for now.
Okay. We don't get bacon if we don't buy it. Apparently, so we can bacon.
I can go low as 5 silver pieces per pound.
Question
Ooh,
about the
that's pretty
bacon. Question
Yeah.
about the bacon. Is it like
Pig?
pig or is it like long pig?
You couldn't talk before. How are you
Beep boop.
talking?
Beep boop, beep boop.
Shifts out of the way.
Just like
I mean, depends on
Is
who
it-
I'm selling to.
To a friend?
We want pig, just to be clear.
not long
Sure.
pig.
All right.
Like actual pig.
So going back to the situation at hand.
What situation?
Okay,
Go
we
ahead.
need the name of, and I'll describe the person I saw. Who is that person?
He says, "Oh, do you know Rask too?
A Rask.
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 Yeah, I've been trying to find him.
R-A-S-K.
I've been trying to find him, but I just can't seem to find where he's gone.
Well, if you like, earlier this evening, he was making a delivery for me.
Where was he going?
Well, he's going to Cuddles Meats in the Trade Ward. It's one of the best pie places in town. They always come to me to get the best meat.
In the what ward?
In the Trade Ward.
Trade. Is he to come back tonight?
No. He comes by every week or so.
This thing that you handed off to him, do you know what it was?
Just weird little package. Felt a little
Okay.
heavy, but
And where was he to deliver that?
I don't know. He said that he was coming for ladies' orders and that he was going to take it.
No, that was Lady.
Growlhunt.
Right.
Yeah, she asked me to hold on to it until somebody came by and picked it up.
And he did this today?
Yeah, a couple hours ago.
Perfect.
Now, I, as a player, forget kind of what I saw in his mind last week. I remember something about other nobles.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the other nobles were the Castle Lantern family.
Yeah, how were they tied into this again? From what we know.
They were, from what you know, they aren't really tied into this at all. They just seem to be friends of the Growlhound family.
Well, my next question is going to be, does he know if they're invoked?
And he just, like, squints at you.
With
No.
the item? Okay.
Why would the
Just-
Castellaners be involved in something like this?
Are they nice people?
They're outstanding members of society, yeah.
And how would you describe the Growlhounds?
They pay.
Fair enough. Well, this has been lovely.
Can you
Grab
go
some-
get, like, 6 pounds of bacon?
Yeah, I could probably set you up with that. It'll be
Okay,
3
because,
gold, though.
Yeah. That's easy. I just need to talk to these other 3 people while you get that.
Yeah, okay. And he just turns around and begins going to fetch it for you.
In an hour, this runs off, and he knows that I cast it. So,
He doesn't know your name, right?
how many other people with blue hair, 1 violet, and 1 green eye, with a shifter, a Goliath, and a robot do you think are traveling around?
Well, just one.
Yeah,
But is he really going to he'll tell the Growlhounds? So
Probably.
by then we'll already be on our way.
okay, I'm just letting you know that.
Why would you like to kill him?
You do know we could always bribe him not to say anything. He'll be more acclimated to the idea because he's friendly to us.
Yeah, but then he could just be like, my money, still gonna snitch. I'm just saying, like, it's up to you guys. I don't know
have
how
an
you do
idea.
this.
Why don't we blackmail him? Tell him to tell us something about himself that he doesn't want anyone to know. That way when he
cuts
comes
up
up,
people and then
well,
sells them. I think that's a lot of ammo already, but fine, we can do that.
all right.
Okay, I'm
Hello.
just letting you know. You can make the decision.
All right. We'll wait for him to come back.
Yeah.
Get out bacon.
He ends up taking a couple minutes after your guys' conversation to come back, having weighed it all out properly, and as well as package it up in the standard brown butcher's paper, and then just kind of sets it all in front of you and says, snaps his fingers in the only way a dragonborn can, and says, "You were wanting sausage as well, right? Earlier you said you were saying something about sausage."
How much?
Oh, I figured you would tell me.
I don't know, about value-wise.
Same price as the bacon.
Let's get another 5 pounds of sausage as well.
Just
Wait, how much bacon was I getting? 6, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
he just nods.
Yeah.
Another 6 pounds of sausage.
Yeah, he goes back over. You see
Blood
him.
pressure.
I'm just looking at Nim shake his head.
And eventually he comes back over and he hands you guys another set of packages. Says, "Is there anything else I can get you?"
No, this cutting up people for food, do you do that often?
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably wouldn't be something that the guard would want to know about, right?
No, they'd probably find out I work for the Zens.
Yes.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Huh.
And he reaches
So-
into a pocket and pulls out a coin that has the depiction of a winged snake curling around a sword on it.
Huh.
Oh,
Says, "I can't."
old school Zen.
And he just kind of like shows his hands and he's like, "I can't get tattoos."
Right. Well, that's a good thing
This
they
other
don't.
guy,
know.
is he a Zen?
Huh?
Oh, yes.
This other guy, is he a Zen?
Yeah.
Is there anyone who's not a Zent?
I mean, yeah.
Are the Growlhoons Zents?
No.
No, they got attacked.
No, they're weird.
Right.
And nobles.
Do you know about an orc with like a split lip?
Oh, Rabaz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's one of the higher ups.
Hmm.
I don't really see
Yeah.
him much.
Do you
Right.
like him?
I don't really see him much.
I'm just
Fair enough.
saying, like,
I mean,
he's
you
the
guys are
one-
nice. Are you
He's
Zens?
the reason we're here. Oh, I'm not. I know a couple. Well, there were a few which were at the tavern.
Well, I'm just saying that it's a good thing that the guard doesn't know about your little habit.
Yeah, that
And
would be awful.
Right, I would hate for someone to tell them. So, if in an hour or so you hate us or something, just remember that.
Why would I do that?
I don't know, just a thought. And she giggles and turns.
Some people do, because they miss us.
Mm-hmm.
Especially me. They tend to have a bit of hatred towards me.
Why? You've been nothing but stand up.
I know, right? That's my argument.
Like, I'm really,
Anyway.
really sorry about trying to cut you up earlier.
Like
you're just-
being friends.
I don't know. You got good human angles. Probably
I'd be
fetch a
pretty
good price,
quality
easy
bacon,
to,
wouldn't
easy to
I?
clean off, but not gonna do that.
What, anything else we need while we're here? All right. Well, it's been lovely. Sorry about your arm.
No, it feels good as new. To be honest.
Fantastic. Shall we, gentlemen?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Have a lovely
bet.
evening.
Kronk
got
go
it.
first because he has the weapon and the food. Yes.
Yeah, I pack in the bacon and sausage into my pack, and
Have you got that in your inventory then? Can I remove it from mine?
oh, if you've already got it written down, just keep it there.
Okay.
right, you guys just begin to walk off from the butcher shop, and as you do, you see your new dragonborn friend kind of waving you guys off, and then he begins going over to the side area where you had seen that kind of like gaunt-looking half elf wander into. You see him just open up the door, walk inside, and then shut it behind him.
Should we?
It's probably fine.
He
Let's
doesn't.
go.
He doesn't.
He
have
doesn't have a. He doesn't have a weapon.
Hubris just dismisses the thought.
Should we though?
What?
I feel like we should probably make sure that guy's safe.
Well, he went in there. I mean, it's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Fine. Well,
We
How
don't
much-
have that much longer to get back
Yeah.
to the place. We probably should go do that
He was probably a bad man.
Tuesday night.
That looks like a problem, and it's a problem that's none of mine. Onwards.
Goodbye.
I feel like if I had a different set of friends, I probably would have helped that guy.
I never saw it, so I
Yeah.
know nothing.
And you guys begin to make your way back towards Waterdeep proper. And by the time that you get there, you know that you still have about an hour left until the gate would have closed and then shut you guys on the outside. So you're able to hop back into the North Ward, maybe about a 20-minute walk away from your place.
Okay, but we want to go to the trade board, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're saying that I can either detect thoughts once, or I can hold person once, or I can locate an object once. More tonight.
Oh, I see. Let's go to the trade board.
Yeah,
Get some pies.
I have one more charge of charm person for today, so we gotta make it work.
I am very charming all the time. And she smiles with her canine teeth.
Inside check, Anna.
She's lying.
All right, so you guys end up heading towards the trade ward. So roll a investigation check to navigate around to see if you can find Cuddles meats.
Investigation.
The meat pie.
All of
How about
us?
survival?
Unless one of you would like to roll for the group, if anybody has outstanding investigation compared to other people.
I got a. Wait, you got a 3?
No, I got a +3.
Oh, I have a +1. So
Okay,
I have a
so
plus
Ghost
2.
will actually be your best investigator.
can I help?
Yes, you can aid Ghost. So Ghost, roll with advantage.
20. I rolled a 19, so 22.
Okay. And that was with advantage?
Yes, it was.
Okay, just wanted to check. So you end up going... it takes you some time, but you do end up finding this meat pie shop. And upon going inside, you end up finding...
I would have described what this guy looks like, just so you know, on our way here.
Yeah.
Everything I saw, I would have described.
Okay. So when you walk inside, you see that there is a shorter, squatter-looking, middle-aged Aluskan woman, very pale skin. She seems to have some flour that's caught in in just a mess of dark hair that she keeps in a bun upon her head, and she seems to be wearing what looks to be kind of a thicker blue top, and then underneath are these kind of white overalls that she seems to also have just like food stains and other kind of stains along the front. You can see that they range from being older and probably impossible to wash out, or rather fresh from the job that she's doing. There's a variety of make about her, and you can see that on these trays are just a variety of meat pies that are all kind of set up and out. And this woman, she ends up looking at you and says,
Hi, can I help you? Would you like to buy some pies?
You are so frail.
We're after, is it Rask?
Rask.
Yes.
Well, he's the delivery man.
Yes, has he
Yes.
been by?
Oh, yes. No, he already came by earlier this evening.
Oh, how long ago was that?
Well, maybe an hour?
Did he deliver something
Well,
to you?
yes, he always delivers my meats from that nice Thrakis man out in the field ward. He always has such tasty, delicious meats for me.
I'm sure he does.
And that's what's in the pies? His meat?
Well, I make sure to buy only the highest quality beef and pork. Sometimes I get chickens. I don't really go to Thrakis for the chickens, but I make sure that I only serve the highest quality product, you see. And he offers reasonable rates for the taste that it is.
I'll
Did
pass on the pies. Thank you.
Is there a lot of lard in these pies?
Oh, not as much as you would think.
Oh,
There's gravy, though.
well, I'll take a half dozen of them.
Chicken.
Chicken?
The chicken pies. Take the chicken pies.
All right, I'll take a half dozen chicken pies.
Oh, yes. And
She just kind of nods.
That's right, Kronk doesn't know. This Rask man, did he give you anything special today?
no.
Any special packages? He was supposed to, he got something from Thrask that I think it was misplaced in the pile of meat, so I'm wondering if it was just a little parcel. It's kind of heavy.
No parcels in my meat delivery for today, but if he was running a package, he was probably hanging out with those no-gooders down in the alleyway.
Which alley?
Well, it's only a couple streets down. It hooks to the right. There are these two individuals. He hangs about quite frequently. They wear they come in here and just kind of kick things sometimes. They're rather rude.
What do they look like?
Well, one is a human man. The other is a human woman.
Age?
Well, they're younger folks, closer to your age.
All right.
And my
And,
neighbors, to boot.
So your
They
neighbors
live across the street from me.
from this place?
No, not from this place. In the alley.
They live in the alley.
Well, yes, Waterdeep's a...
What's the house look like?
Well, it looks like one of the building projects. A lot of houses look pretty identical around here.
Whereabouts in the alley?
They actually live... are you familiar with Potion Pete?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
We go way back.
Well, since he's moved, it's actually down the alleyway that he's at the end at. So if you head
we
towards...
know where. Sorry, we know where this is.
Based on the directions that she has given you, as well as your familiarity with Waterdeep, yes, you would know where this would be.
Because I have no idea who Patient Pete is.
That's all right. He's the potion master.
He's the king of Potion Street.
Ocean Street.
But not anymore, apparently.
Yes, he had to move recently as one Schemo Weird Bottle has taken over the prime location that Potion Pete had before, ousting him from his seat on Potion Street.
We'll go talk to these people.
It's going to be 5 silver pieces per on your snacks. So 3 gold, please. I'm
Hands it over.
She just hands you what looks to be a small box, just a very flimsy box.
Oh, I already ate 3 of them. So
Okay.
I've
Just
got 3 in a
handfuls.
box. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I will minus said gold.
I thought she was charging us for the information. I was like, you bitch.
Oh no, that's. Sorry, several said try the priest, and I thought, oh wait, no, Ghost has to kill a priest later.
Oh.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, you seem lovely.
Yeah.
We weren't here.
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that? Is somebody after you?
That makes it all the more incredulous.
I've just always wanted to say that line.
Well, say it when it's apt, not in front of this sweet old lady.
I'm gonna inside check the old lady.
Okay.
I know, because I know our DM. I got a 1. She's a sweet old lady.
Trust no one.
Her scarf slips away. There's this Zen.
No, there's like eye tattoos on her neck.
You found it. You've revealed my true identity. I am the Xanathar.
Xanatar baking pies. She's adorable.
Well, thank you. You've been lovely. We'll have to come back for some more chicken pies.
Of course. Sometimes the chicken can be a little expensive, but if you're looking to try anything else, always feel free to come on back.
We will.
Yeah. I may get a recipe off you because I like making pies.
Well, if you're ever interested, are you a member of the Bakers Guild?
No.
Of the chefs and gastronomers? I was going to say, if
Just
you...
gonna leave. Just gonna slowly back out and just be like, yeah.
As we're walking down, I'm just gonna say to Kronk, Kronk, I'm sorry, we forgot to mention, that Dragonborn fellow, he was cutting up people and putting them in the pies. He was selling the meat of people. That's why I said chicken.
So don't eat people.
Right.
Yes. And she gives him the look like, is that a question?
He doesn't smirk. He's just starting to like put that in his head. Like,
yeah.
Don't eat people. Okay.
Noted.
Have you?
I think it's better if we don't know. I'm
That's
gonna be
not-
honest
Okay,
with you.
it's fine. It's all honestly. I like the way you are now. Any more information is just gonna make it bad.
And we are heading towards where potions peak.
Yes.
Potion peaks.
Saved you eat your pie.
And
Oh,
Offer pie.
I will take a chicken pie.
I'm
I
good.
would like to investigate the pie.
there's a finger just like in the Wendy's chili.
I got a natural 20.
Yeah. So, with your heightened sense of perception from both taste, smell, hearing, much as part of your shifter ability, as you take a bite in, you can actually kind of like mentally Tony Stark Jarvis style break down the components of this chicken pie that you have just bitten into, and you do not get the slightest taste of any red meat.
I'm gonna take out a piece of paper and start writing down the ingredients.
Okay.
Torvash.
Hubris, did you take a pie?
He would like just pull out a clean knife, cut himself a slice, give you the rest of it.
Okay. Ow.
All right. And as you guys are walking, Hubris, you notice this just kind of feeling in your bones as you continue to walk, but the snow that is around you is actually picking up to be more of a blizzard at this point. You seem to kind of just get caught in this deep night flurry as Waterdeep is entering into this lull. It seems like the storm that has been brewing for almost what seemed like a week now is finally upon you. And your vision is actually restricted. It takes you a while to find Potion Pete's alleyway. And as you get there, you kind of you can see that there are other figures kind of running through the street very quickly, trying to get indoors to avoid being caught out in this blizzard. So Hubris, I would like for you to make a Constitution check.
Natural
We
one.
noticed this.
All right. So you are going to take a point of exhaustion.
I just healed this off.
As Hubris actually collapses down onto his knees. He seems to be coughing out into the snow, and you can see that as blood that is escaping from his mouth falls upon the snow, that it begins to just form these crystalline patches above the snowfall.
Chris, Kronk, pick him up.
Whoa,
We're
buddy.
going
Whoa,
home.
whoa, whoa. And it immediately pull the my cloak off and get it
How
around.
far
me.
away from the tavern are we?
From the tavern, you are a good 35 minutes. And that was
35.
before this blizzard picked up, because now this is effectively going to be difficult terrain as you guys move through snowdrifts.
Probably faster getting into a closer house.
Just get me into Potion Pete's.
I'm gonna cast Precipitation and try and warm him up.
Okay.
And I mentioned to them, I'm like, snow don't slow me down.
Difficult terrain, Luke.
Nope.
He'll be the bulldozer at the front of us.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. Nope, not winter conditions. Don't slow me down.
I'll kind of look at Torvash. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Is he fine? I mean, it's cold, right?
Yeah. No, you guys are all like, it is.
I'm warming myself up while I'm warming
you-
Hubris up. I'm in that range.
At this point, Torvash, make a Constitution check because you aren't in winter clothes.
It is winter clothes. I'm tough. That is a 14.
Okay, yeah. So it's very cold, but you don't feel like you are risking a point of exhaustion at all.
I'm more focused on helping the guy coughing up crystal blood.
Yeah, we'll hurry to Potion Pete's. Well, that area.
Okay. So as you guys are making your way to the end of this alleyway where you know that Potion Pete's is, you actually kind of, again, your vision is very blurry, and you can see that there are two smaller alleyways. One that just looks like it is stuffed and full of boxes, and then in the other alleyway, you can see what look to be several humanoid shapes that are actually approaching towards you.
I'm gonna. Did they look like they're like menacing towards us?
They look like they do have a menacing feel to them, and they are each standing at about 7 feet tall.
All right. They don't look like guards, right?
No, there are about
Okay.
5 of them.
I'm gonna go ahead and light my claws, and I'm just gonna say, "Not the time, boys," in a very intimidating
Okay.
fashion.
Okay. Roll to intimidate.
Oh God.
I will inspire her because we're down a member.
14.
Okay. So yeah, you see one of these figures actually kind of like shies away a little bit. And then with a set of barks that almost sound like it's some form of language going back and forth amongst this group, you see that they all begin to just rush you guys in the alleyway. And as they get closer, you see that there are... these creatures have very orange skin. They have an elongated jaw with these 2 narrow tusks that seem to come out. They have a flat goblinoid nose. And they just have these large clubs above their head. And as they get closer, you can also see that they have kind of shaved into their fur this eyeball pattern.
Oh shit.
Oh my God.
So I'd like for everybody to roll initiative.
Are we running? That is an 18.
I don't know. Are we? You're in charge. Well, no, you're going first.
I got a 21, so I'm going first.
Okay, Ghost, what'd
You're
get?
in Kronk's arm coughing shit up,
15.
buddy.
Okay.
Kronk's
Torvash?
bodyguard style carrying you.
Up an 8.
Okay.
Woo!
Torvash, what'd you get?
18.
Okay. And then for these guys. So 3 of them are going to go before Kronk. And then 2 of them are going to go after Kronk. All right, so starting things off, Hubris, as you see, make a nature check. You can all make a nature check as these creatures kind of just emerge out of the snow.
Nat 20.
That's an 8.
Do I get advantage? Are they fiend undead or
They are not.
gnolls?
I did get a nat 20.
Yep.
Woo! I got a 12.
I don't get to roll for my attack, so I'm really happy when I get to
12,
roll.
20, and what'd you get, Kronk? If you want to know what these things are at all.
They're definitely dinosaurs. I got a 3.
Okay.
You need new dice, dude.
So, Ghost and Torvash, you would know that these creatures are considered bugbears.
Bugbear. Oh shit.
I, as a player, knew that.
I too knew that.
I forgot they were tall.
I'm glad I described them well enough that those at home could check in even without knowing what it was. So, Hubris, it is your turn to start off this combat set as these creatures are rushing up upon you. They don't seem to have gotten the sneaky on you, but it does look like they are very intent on fucking up your group.
He's just gonna whisper in Kronk's ear, "They're not gonna stop running after us, so big guy, it's time to dance." And he's gonna roll forward off of Kronk and land, and I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathes on myself.
Okay. Armor of Agathis.
That sounds intense.
And
as he stands, he throws off Kronk's cloak.
and you can see that the ice that had been kind of swirling around you guys in this blizzard begins to stick onto Hubris's person until it creates this layer around his body. And you actually see that where his horn had been broken off, it looks like a solid chunk of ice is actually beginning to grow out of the spot on his head where it was broken off. And as you kind of just bring your arms down, the fresh snowfall that was over you just shunts off, and in its place is just almost like icy plate mail.
Yeah, I'm gonna just draw my longsword and wait for them to rush.
Okay. Sounds good. Then next up is Torvash.
Okay, so how far away from me are they?
They are within 20 feet. As your group is very clustered together, and this group just seems to trying to almost horseshoe you to see if maybe they can surround your group, as they have you outnumbered currently.
Okay, so so they're 20 feet away from my group. So I need to move. I need to get within 15 feet of them.
Okay.
Oh wait, first off, no. I'm just gonna cast Bane on the 3 closest ones.
Okay. So then each one of them needs to make a wisdom save.
Charisma saving.
Charisma, okay.
Oh, 15.
All right, so 2 of them make it, but 1 of them does not. I will mark that
How
one.
charismatic are fucking bugbears?
They rolled really well. These aren't just bugbears. These are hugbears sometimes. They're there for each other.
They're advanced bugbears.
All right. So then did you have a bonus action that you would like to do?
I will inspire Ghost.
Okay.
Cool,
Sounds
cool.
good. Then next up, Ghost.
All right. What do I want to do? These look like big bad boys, right?
Yes, these look like big nasty men.
And how close are they?
They are, at this point, they are about 15 feet away from where you guys are.
Okay, I'm gonna shift around so that because they're trying to shoo us in, they're like gonna try to surround us.
They're going to try
sort
and
of thing.
surround you guys in the middle
Okay.
of this alleyway.
I'm going to shift so I kind of go towards the one on the end of the shoe.
Okay. Yep.
That one. And I'm going to cast a guiding bolt on him.
Okay.
So my eye's gonna flare, and that's a 17.
Yeah, 17 hits. Roll for damage.
Uh, 6, 11, 13 damage.
Hoo-wee.
46, baby.
Yeah, and it just takes that holy energy straight to its chest. How does because we haven't seen you actually use a guiding bolt before.
Oh.
I don't think. What does it look like?
So she's going to. What is that? I'm thinking of an anime and where they like point and like
Yu Yu Hakusho with a spirit gun.
I don't know. That doesn't.
You just
sound
got a
familiar
finger
to me.
gun?
Yeah, so I'm basically just gonna like hold up my finger and the flame from my eye wraps around my hand and shoots out at him.
Badass.
Yeah.
I like it. Do you like blow the tips of your fingers afterward because it's fire?
No, I do a.
The diva thing. Amazing. Okay, so yeah, that was your turn. So then it is 3 of these creatures' turns. And one of them is going to rush up towards Hubris. As Hubris, you have made yourself a kind of glowing enemy for it to fight, and it does not like magical things. You did a nasty magic.
How dare you?
And it is going to get Does a 16 hit?
Just hits.
Okay. So then it is going to roll for damage. Because it doesn't know about your armor. And that is going to be for 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. And I'm going to, as the thing hits me, cast Hellish Rebuke on it.
Okay. Sounds good. So it needs to make a dex save.
Dex save.
It got a 21.
Takes half.
Okay.
I don't have enough d10s for this.
Because as a tiefling, you always cast it at the 2nd level.
At Warlock, I always cast it at the highest level.
That's true. I didn't know if this was a Warlock or a racial, to be honest.
It's a Warlock.
Nice.
8 plus 9 plus 10. 8, 9, 10 is 28. 27 halved.
Okay. And then when he hits you with your Armor of Agathis active, what does that do?
He takes 10 cold damage on top of that.
All right, so this was not the smartest Hugbear out of any of them, because the rest of you see that as his club comes down onto Hubris, the armor just fights back almost. Like there is just this concussive force that comes out back onto it. And then as he's stumbling back, Hubris, how do you use your Hellish Rebuke?
Oh, you see like clawed fingers come out of the ground like icicles, and then they like smush inwards and then explode.
Oh yeah, no. And explode it does, because that dude's fucking dead. He is outie. Yeah, so you end up killing him good as these icy claws just kind of coalesce from the snow, grip this creature, and just crush its center chest until eventually it stops moving and drops its shield and club down onto the side.
That was the reaction.
Hubris spits blood, looks at the next bugbear, and goes, "You're next."
Okay, make an intimidation check, because you just one-shot one of his pals.
That was his fault.
Yeah, that didn't even happen during Hubris's turn.
That's natural 19 plus 6.
Oh boy.
Uh,
Yeah, so the group of them kind of like look at you and just like, and then they look at your three friends and they see that Ghost still has like smoldering energy coming off of her fingers. Kronk hasn't even gone yet. He's just looking menacing as hell. And then they see Torvash.
My eyes are glowing.
And they are going to, two of them, one of them is going to actually rush out against Ghost, and the other is going to be against Torvash.
Bring it, bitch.
So, Torvash, the one against you got a 3 on the die, so that's... We all know that won't hit.
I'm just gonna stand there, then he's gonna miss.
He slips on the snow a little bit and just comes short of being able to hit you. If anything, you do the cool lean back, so that way, as it comes by, it just, like, makes you look even cooler with the air brushing by. And against Ghost, that is a 5 on the die, so it did not do well. It is currently, it's still a little intimidated from Hubris, as again, just blasted a guy. That was intense. Kronk, it is your turn.
Kronk is like, "What? Good job, Hubris. That was really sweet." my chance, and I'll step up to one, and it's like, double-handed from underneath.
Are you using your own greatsword? Are you using the giant butcher blade that you picked up earlier in the day?
Are you also hitting the one that has advantage on it?
Because there is one that has like these bluish flames wreathing off of it from ghosts.
That one's got to go. That looks that'll look extra sweet. I guess I did write down Red Dragonborn Super Cleaver over here to make sure that at some point I can put it in my inventory.
It will function as a great axe.
Okay. All right. Yeah, then I definitely sure. I was still carrying it, I guess, and so that's when
you walked away with it.
That I know. I was like, all right. Okay, well, here goes. Oh yeah. Math. 23.
Oh yeah, that hits. That certainly hits.
9 and so 14. And is it dead?
Yes.
Okay.
Describe it.
Yeah. Well, the cleaver comes from underneath up, and it just whoosh up, and then the head lolls one way, and this part of the body goes that way, and this part of the body goes that way, and the club is still kind of like spinning in the air because it just like let go of it as it came apart.
I imagine like one side starts spinning faster than the other because there's a different weight distribution. So it's like when you take an orange and then squeeze it in the middle.
Yeah, because the shield was heavy on that side. And so it went like that. So yeah, he just explodes with the fire kind of doing a background kind of thing, like fireworks sort of deal, because he was still glowing with the fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it wreaths the pieces as it goes whirling off.
Oh my god, yes. Yes, Hubris, it is your turn.
On one of them, I'm going to place my Hexblade Curse. So that's going to give me a +2 to damage rolls and critical on 19. And going to rush up to it and strike it with my Green Flame Blade.
Nice.
So I make a normal attack.
Because you haven't used this before.
Ooh. Does a 21 hit?
Yeah, it'll hit.
Yeah. Wait, that's longsword damage. I should really have done this earlier. I am so sorry. Forgive me. Where's my D8? What?
I've eaten it. I ate of the forbidden
Eaten the
candy.
forbidden candy. Plus... Sorry.
It's applicable because it's snowy out.
4, 8... 14 points of damage.
Holy shit. Yeah, it takes it. It does not like the fact that it has taken this damage.
Oh no. +2.
Okay. Yeah, it does not like it at all. It lets out a very shrill bark.
And the fire the fire from the sword hits him and then jumps to another bugbear and deals 4 points of fire damage.
Dang. Hubris got a glow up at level 4. This is true. Okay. Yeah, you dealt a shit ton of damage. Next up is Torvash.
Do I know which one is affected by my spell? Is that one still alive or is that one dead?
Oh no, he's super dead.
Okay.
That was the one that ran up against Hubris.
The poor fellow. So the one which is in front of me, he hasn't been hit by anything?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers, and it's just going to be said telepathically, the whispers in his head, and it's just going to be like, I don't want to hurt you, so run. Must make a wisdom saving throw of 15.
You got a 19 on the die. This is one wise bugbear.
Motherfucker, what happens if he does that? Half as much damage and doesn't have to run away from me. Okay. So what's that? Half and 9, so 4.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, so all of these creatures have taken damage now.
Bonus action. believe it's bonus action. Yeah, I'll cast Healing Word on Hubris.
Okay.
Because he took like 18 damage, right? He got hit hard.
Actually, Armor of Agathes nullifies 10 of it, so I only took 8.
Yeah, well, I don't know that, so I'm still healing you because you're also coughing up crystal blood, buddy.
True.
So that is 7 you heal for.
Christ.
Nice. Okay.
I'm just a nice guy. What can I say?
And I'm dead.
Wait.
Is it because he already cast a
Yeah.
spell? Yeah.
It's a bonus action.
But it has
it-
to be a cantrip.
Yeah, you can only cast a cantrip and a spell slot spell.
Okay.
Next turn.
You can give someone bardic inspiration though.
I have one bit of inspiration left, and that is saved for cutting words in case I'm going to die. Okay.
That's fair. That's a
I
good
am
holdout.
not the tanky person. I am wearing just clothes, okay?
Just some sweet kicks. All right,
Yeah.
Torvash, did you have anything else you wanted to do on your turn?
Can I just book the guy on the nose and be like, we're friends?
Yes. I will say you can boop him as a free action. That's fine. Ghost.
All right. I'm gonna walk up to the next one, and I'm going to like take my hand out of my gauntlets, and I'm going to caress his hand, doing a touch attack or to his face.
Okay.
Inflict wounds?
That's a 15.
15
You still
does
got inspiration
not
from
hit.
me, remember?
I do. So I'll roll that.
Okay.
That's a 6 plus 6.
Okay, that totally hits.
Okay.
For the
yes,
future,
I'm going
when
to
using bardic inspiration, I believe you have to roll it before.
roll it before
Yeah.
you. Yes. Sorry.
Yep. Just as a general reminder, because we're new to
Yeah.
bards.
We're
So
new to Barnes here.
We roll it before we confirm if it's a hit or
Yes.
miss.
Yes.
Okay.
And that is 10 points of damage.
Okay.
As my hand gently caresses his face, and then just like he feels like Rogue, his life being sucked out of him, and then fire just starts burning the side of his face.
All right. Was this the one that Hubris had stabbed at before, or was this a different one? Because there was one that was
Whichever
on...
one was closer to me.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, so you end up going next to Hubris, and as you do this, you see those flames actually just wreath over the entire head of this creature as it begins just shrieking out, and eventually that shrieking stops as its body falls to the ground.
And I'm gonna look over at Hubris. Hey.
He winks as the fire sort of leaps off of the bugbear and onto him, and he heals.
Nice.
Nice.
It's the warlock hex, man.
Dead.
Blade lock.
All right, so then next up is one of these creatures before Kronk, and that is the one that is... where were you?
You're the one I booked?
No, he's not the one that you booped. He's a different one.
Oh, here's the other one that just got hit by fire from...
Oh, yeah, he got the adjacent flames. And so he is actually going to take a disengage action and bark at his friend, and he begins rushing down the alleyway that he came from. And then it is Kronk's turn, and Kronk, there is still one that remains.
And is he threatening and or menacing any of our friends?
Directly on Torvash.
Okay. Because I was gonna all in chain the guy running away, but I guess I Red Dragon Super Meat Cleaver the guy in front of Torvash.
Okay.
I told this guy to run.
I warned him.
Oh, 23 again.
Okay,
So-
that hits.
And it's a D12. 10 plus 5, 15. Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still up.
All right, then I'm like, I'll say something like, "We just made cupcakes," and let him have it with one of my superiority dice.
Okay.
So that's another 5 points of damage, and I guess that's going to be a goading attack.
Oh, he's dead. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So when your cleaver comes through, it just goes right through the collarbone and through most of his midsection. And like part of you wonders, like, I wonder if the butcher would think this was a nice cut, because like it is just clean straight through this creature as it just kind of folds into two on the ground. Whereas you can hear kind of this worried barking just quickly being muted by the snowstorm surrounding you.
Then what I'm gonna do is the cleaver's in this guy, and I just let go of it, grab my ball and chain as my action surge, wing it over my head, and wing it down the block.
Oh shit! Okay.
Oh, a D12 is not a D20. So 15 plus 7 is
that hits.
22. All right, and ball and chain chucked two-handed.
Do you use your strength to chuck your ball and chain?
Yeah. Thrown weapon.
It depends if it has.
Why do you think I like the ball and chain so much?
There are certain weapons like hand axes that you can use either or. So.
Well, because if you use two-handed, it's a D10 to attack. If you use
because it's
one-handed,
versatile.
It's D8. Yep. Oh, that thing's amazing. You can throw it. Anyway,
That's a fucking badass.
I got 9 plus 5 is 15 points of damage.
Oof. Yeah, so you hear the sound. It kind of echoes out of the hallway of what you know to be bones breaking, but you don't hear a thud of a creature hitting the ground. Instead, it is just kind of a wetter yelp as it might be coughing up blood at this point.
Then I guess
Jesus Christ,
I'm going to add another superiority die to that attack, and I'm going to say,
yeah, because at that point,
I guess,
if it is still like if you're adding the superiority die, it doesn't like take a hit and then continue running. Like this is just added into the ball crushing into it.
Let's add it, and then I'll say what I need to say. So another 4.
That is just enough.
yes.
Do it, Kronk.
Yeah. So I was like, and we had brownies, and as the ball and chain wings down the thing, and like you said, you hear the bone crunch, and then like,
there is a sickening thud.
Yeah,
very
as he
wet.
hits, the actual concussion of the smashing into the street like breaks his snout or whatever, and he's
he just kind of like slides face first into a snowdrift, but leading up into it is just this streak of red along the ground.
all right.
Nice one.
Thought so. And I put out a high five.
Boop.
There's like
Go to get my ball and
Hubris
chain.
smiles, and then there's like the crunch of snow and as he falls over.
Jeez. Oh gosh. Hurry up, Kronk. Torvash, are you all right? Did they hit you?
No, I'm cool.
All right.
I told him to run. Like,
I'll pick Hubris up and throw him over my shoulder.
so have you guys ever not killed something?
I was going to let them go, but once Kronk starts, he's kind of just...
You shot one of them.
I didn't shoot any... Well, that was magic. That doesn't count.
And then you burnt someone's face off. I was going to let them go.
I was going to let the ones that ran away go. The one. Anyways, let's go. Is
Yeah,
Kronk back?
Yeah, as I get back, I'm dragging the one I killed, and I'm I spin the ball and chain up around my arm and then put it back on my kidney belt. And then I lump this one with the other ones, and I look at you guys like, are we going to search their pockets kind of thing?
Oh, I guess, yes, we should. I'm going to pick up. Can you put the cloak on Hubris, please? I have Hubris over my shoulder.
Okay, yeah, I'll take Hubris, and because my big digits looking through pockets
Right.
is...
Big guy, this neighborhood's going to shit.
I would like to investigate.
Okay.
I'd like to investigate his asshole.
Ghost brings out a rubber
7.
glove. All right, you
That
said
was a 7, yeah.
7. All right, so looking around these guys, you can see that one of them had a small little pouch along its side. whereas the other ones didn't, and this one seemed to, upon kind of gazing at these bodies in the middle of the city street, you kind of figured that this was the larger of the ones. So possibly it was their leader, just based on the primal senses of big one, strong one. And looking around, you can see that most of them are wearing this very sewage-smelling leather armor. They probably haven't bathed in days. The closest thing they've had to grooming is maintaining the the fur shavings that they have to symbolize their allegiance to the Xanathar Guild. Some of them, it looks like they tried to dye patches of their fur purple, and it just didn't work out. They didn't maintain it very well. It's faded badly. And looking and kind of opening up this pouch, as it's the only real thing on this group of people, you can see that there is an address written.
Oh, what's the address?
The address is, kind of looking at it, you actually know is right across the way from where you guys are.
Is that where we were going?
You guys said that you had been heading towards Potion Pete's. And then we're going to actually go into his store, but based off of the direction that that the old lady at Cuddles Meat Pies had given you, you actually know that this address is closer to her house, where the two men who, or the two humans who would dress in black would sometimes just be mean to her.
Okay.
Can we just take over their house?
Whatever's closer.
I'm gonna. Would you guys mind turning around, Kronk wall, please?
And I don't have my cloak, so I'm just all body.
Yeah. I'm going to take the emblem off one of their chests.
Like the skin?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just wanted
there
to
was
check.
Judgment, and then like, all right, yeah, fine.
Yeah, no, just to verify. I was like, what emblem? They're not wearing any. Are you meaning skin? Oh, you are. Okay, cool. Like, that's fine. Same page.
I like to think there's a squelching noise and then a splatter, and Hubris is just looking down at Ghost because Kronk is facing the other way. No, it's fine. It's fine.
What are you doing?
Nothing you want to look at.
Can't
I
really.
can hear it. Can't unhear it. What are you doing?
I've got no option.
Yeah, just cutting around it, making a little incision, and then slowly skinning it off.
Why?
Proof. And then when I'm done, I'll just kind of fold it, gross side in. It's big, right?
Yeah, you cut off a pretty large swath.
Yeah, so I'll kind of wipe it on the snow.
Prestidigitate it so it's.
Oh, thank you. And then I'll fold it so that the outside of the skin is on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then put it in my pocket.
Okay.
Pro tip, Torvash. Prestidigitation cleans, but it doesn't tan.
Yeah, but we can still clean it. She was wiping.
I'm just gonna say that's gonna be a very smelly piece of meat in a few hours.
We can probably give it to the lady for a pie.
Ghost, we good?
We're good. Let's go.
Right. We should probably get this reason. Why are you wearing ice armor if you're coughing up ice?
Is that still on you, by the way?
No, it dissipates when the temporary HP goes.
Fair enough.
I'm just trying to work out why you would cover yourself in ice.
The ice horn is still there.
Ooh, interesting.
The
Do you want me to break that for you?
He has where his horn had gotten broken off had regrown in ice. And looks like it is staying where the rest of his body is kind of shattered it away.
Who got hit? Did anybody get hit?
Hubris.
All right.
But he immediately healed after it.
So one of those bugbears, the one you exploded?
Yeah.
That's the one who hit you? Okay. Never mind then.
Yeah. No, there is no remnants of that one.
You lean back.
Listen, Torvash, it's just magic bullshit. There's no wrapping your head around it.
Okay, just saying, you guys are I've been in more fights the past couple of days than months.
Oh, you know us. We're scrappy individuals out in the cold, freezing to their bones. Let's
She
get into
blew a dude up. He cut a guy in half. She just carved off a bit of skin.
Ashley did tell you about us, correct?
No.
Wow.
Well,
Bad on her.
yeah, right.
She told me who you were, not what you were like. But we should probably get dying dude inside.
I'm not dying yet.
We'll go inside.
All right.
Torvash is getting a bit cold, but he's got to act tough because Torvash splits off.
All right. So where were you going inside to?
The one with the address.
Okay.
That one that was right across
Two
the street.
bad people.
So you go to go into the house that is across the street, and as you guys are actually making your way down this alleyway, you come to the end of, like, you have to like move some boxes out of the way, but Kronk, you do this no problem. Moving boxes has never been an issue for you, and that was before you hit 20 strength. So you make your way down this alleyway, and as you guys do, you actually see that there are what look to be 3 individuals standing out on the street across the way from where you know that lady to live in. And you see that one of these figures actually hands another one what looks to be a envelope that's kind of been wrapped in this butcher's paper, and then they give it to them, and then you see that individual is like, they are just sort of talking about it. You can make perception checks while you guys are kind of approaching, if you would like.
How far are they?
At this point, they are like, you could kind of like see them around the corner, so they're about 15 feet away from where you guys are.
22.
I cast Mage Hand and I picked that pocket.
Okay. They currently actually had it in their hand.
Oh, in their hands? Okay,
Yeah.
I thought they put it away. Okay. If it happens, though, boop.
Okay.
Kronk at least sees there's people there. He got 11.
Okay. And then Torvash, what'd you get?
22.
And Ghost, what'd you get? You're muted.
Muted.
Well, no wonder you didn't hear me. It was a 21.
Okay. So they hand the stone, or they hand this package over, and they say, I got slightly ahead of myself, but they say, all right, you know where to take the stone. After that, it's completely out of our hands, but we know that the boss is going to be pleased about this, right? We're going to get our promotion. And then you hear a feminine voice calling back that just says, if everything goes well, but if it doesn't, well, then he's going to be very cross with all of us, I would suppose. And then you see her begin to put it into her coat pocket.
Yep. Out slips the Mage Hand, down, around,
Okay,
over.
make a stealth check.
Oh, same thing. That would be a 15.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so your mage hand comes out. Now make a sleight of hand check, as nobody seems to have taken notice of the mage hand.
14.
Okay. So then, that is all of them. All 3 of them notice this.
Fuck.
As they did not seem to have noticed this little gloved mage hand showing up and pulling out the envelope. But as soon as it began pulling out this envelope, one of the figures just slaps it to their side, this woman, and just looks back and notices you, Hubris, having to have been outside of this little alcove trying to get it.
Kronk has like his back turned, and then like I'm just like around the corner, totem pole style.
And you see them just press this package against their pocket, and then they begin to take off running. And then
Carriage.
And then the two of them that are still standing outside, you hear mutter under their breath, "It's those fucking Xanathar agents again." And they begin to pull out weapons and begin looking at you guys. And then that is where we are going to go into our first break of the evening. So I wanted to say thank you to everybody who has decided to stop by and enjoy this little show of ours as we continue through the streets of Waterdeep. I'm very excited because, like I said at the end of last week, this is the chapter where things really start picking up and actually going, which I am very excited for. So we are going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes, so don't go no place unless you are planning on grabbing a food, grabbing a drink, grabbing a friend, and bringing them on back. We are only 3 followers away from hitting 200. What? I don't know what we're going to do when we hit 200, but I will think of it. It'll be a good time. Maybe a dance party. Maybe that's it. Who knows? But until then, we will see you guys shortly, so don't go anywhere. All right. Bye-bye. And hello, everybody, and welcome back.
Now what?
Welcome back, especially all you podcast people, where this was just a small blip. Well, that's great, because you want to know what this blip leads into? Roll me some initiative.
Me got me a 19
Oh,
with Shaggy. Oh my god. You need new die, man. You need new die.
Well, but
are we on a 3?
The dice is very Kronk, because I go last, bat cleanup, and then when I hit or when I'm attacking, it's like 16, 18, 19.
Okay, so that note there.
I like skill checks. Please. Means I get to roll.
Good night, JD.
Good night, JD.
My Jenny.
Oh, Magic Pants 8008S, or I'm pretty sure Magic Pants boobs. Thank you for the follow. There's something special that happens when you follow on this channel. Greybeard, take it away.
When you follow, and I'm on the show, or on Sunday mornings, when it's me playing Darkest Dungeon, I take this mallet, and I hit that guy right in the face.
Yeah.
And then gets yelled at because he just put his kids to bed.
Yeah,
it's fine. But thank you, Magic Pants. So
yay!
Let us go into initiative. So Hubris, Ghost, Kronk, and Torvash. Hubris, what'd you get?
12.
Okay, Ghost, what'd you get?
19.
Kronk.
Very Kronk 4.
Okay, and Torvash.
19.
19. Sounds good. And let's see what these blokes got. So one of them got a modified 20. And then the others got 10s on theirs. So they will go after Hubris. Okay, so yeah, we are going to start that off. So the one that you tried to pickpocket, Hubris, they are just going to just quickly put a hand over their pocket to keep this packet from leaving their personage. And then you see them just bolt off down the alleyway. Just begin running as quick as they possibly can. And they seem to move beyond your guys' range of vision, just running into the snowstorm. So you just have this 30-foot snow blind around you guys. Then next up is going to be Ghost and Torvash. Which way you guys are acting at the same time, so you get to decide who goes first.
I'm just going to run after him.
Okay.
So if you can distract metagaming. Or
let me run up first then.
Okay.
I'll run up to them. Can I position so I'm one side of the, like if I were to push them, they would go towards a house?
Yes, they are
wall.
actually standing next to what you believe to be their house.
Okay. Well, I want to run up so I am further than 15 feet from the team. And I'm going to thunderwave these motherfuckers.
Okay.
into hopefully the wall.
Okay. So they need to
So that's a con save of 15 this time.
Okay, so for their con, let me check that really quick. So that one does not pass. And that guy, you said it was a 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, so one guy saves, but the other, the female, because there were two females that were there, the one that did not run away is just going to get blasted back.
Okay, and the one that failed takes 12 points of thunder damage, and the one that saved will take 6.
Okay.
And the person's flung 10 feet back.
All right, sounds good. So the second person just gets flung, and they only go about 5 feet, but you hear with a thud as they just land up against the siding of their house and slump down to their feet. So I will say they'll still be knocked prone, even though they did meet a stopper. So, Ghost, it is your turn. As you've seen Torvash just run up and thunder wave with a very loud, thunderous boom that echoes into the night sky.
I am going to book it. I'm going to slap Kronk on the ass, and I'm going to say, see you back at the house. And I'm going to run double move after this. I can do my bonus action if I do a double move, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to...
Because it's action for dash and then move action.
Okay. So I'm going to do a double move to try and get within 10 feet of this person that just ran away.
Okay, they are going to be about 20 feet ahead of where you are. And by the time that you actually get close to where they're at, you see them just kind of slide on the ground almost as they lose a little bit of their footing and just rush into an alley.
Okay. Then... You know what? Like, I can't see them anymore?
They are just out of your view, as they are currently using the this alleyway's entrance to obfuscate.
Okay, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Oh shit! Okay.
At where, as far as I can see.
Okay.
And it's, what would she make? I'm just thinking like one of those really cute, like, you know, and again, in animes when they're like cat people and they have those like cat paws.
Yeah.
One of those cat paws.
I honestly didn't know if you were going to be like a spiritual riding crop shows up. Like
I was thinking like a bear trap, but I was like, that's kind of lame. So spiritual cat claw.
Okay.
And then it's going to take an attack, I assume at disadvantage since I can't see them.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's a 15. No, 14.
Okay. So I believe that a 14. Let me check on this right quick. I love having multiple books all trying to be opened at the same time. So then this is that person. Ugh. Books.
On D&D Beyond, you can keep track of all of your spells and weapons. Not
Also,
sponsored.
handy DM notes.
Yes.
could be fun.
Like if you wanted to say, have
No,
your
you should be
enemies
looking.
there.
Keep looking.
So
We'll talk, you look.
What did you roll?
14.
A 14 does not hit this creature as she continues to run.
Okay.
Alrighty.
How close was she? Like, has Torvash been from her?
From the lady who ran away?
Yeah.
She was at one point about 20 feet away from where you guys were.
So I've seen the object she's holding within 30 feet at least once.
You have seen an envelope.
I can detect that envelope color. A specific object known to me.
This object has to be familiar with you. You know of this thing, but you aren't familiar
As long
with
as
it.
you've seen it up close within 30 feet at least once.
Okay.
So does that match that? I'm just trying to think worst case scenario.
So wait, I'm sorry. What are you trying to detect on?
Okay,
Just the envelope?
objects. Have
Okay.
I seen anything specific on her within 30 feet?
Just
that
an
I can-
envelope into her pocket. So you could do it to that specific envelope, but that would be it.
Okay. I'm not doing any clues. It's my time. Sorry. I'm just trying to look it up.
Okay. So then next up is going to be Hubris.
Just gonna wriggle out of Kronk's grasp again. I don't have time for this. And I'm going to manifest my Pact of the Blade weapon as he reaches out and like that partial plate mail comes up his arm and there's like a hilt that he grasps and it's just like this giant chunk of black ice in the form of a greatsword.
Badass.
Now, if you don't want to lose your heads, who do you work for?
All right, so make an intimidation check.
That's what I'm good at. 22.
Okay. Yeah, they are very much intimidated, and they look up at you and say, "We work for the guy who's gonna fuck you if you kill us."
Well, I was gonna say not if I fuck you first, but that doesn't make any sense. And like Hubris just starts raising the greatsword.
And as you raise your greatsword, the human female that had kind of been like punted up against the wall because of a thunderwave spell, looks at you and just says, "You kill us, and an entire den of snakes is going to be right at your doorstep."
You mean like... He pulls down his sleeve.
And their eyes just get kind of big as you do.
Ooh, this is a little awkward. Hi. Plumps. So, crazy weather, huh?
Who's your boss?
Who's your boss?
And as you set your sword down to the side, the figure that had been sitting on the ground just stands up, and then just steadily walks towards you, and you see them just whip out a dagger to their side and go to try and stab you in the gut.
Oh, well, there goes that plan.
They are going to crit.
Jeez Louise.
So this is going to be a reasonable amount of damage.
Good thing you have a healer with you.
For 17 points of piercing damage.
And how much poison damage?
No poison damage.
Oh, cool. I'm still up for once.
Yep. No
The
added bonus.
bugbear hit harder and didn't crit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a
Straight-
thug
like-
bear.
Modifiers and weapons. It's a weird game we play.
And then the kind of beefier, thuggish looking one is actually going to rush up onto you, Torvash. And then they are going to use... you see them just reach into at their belt and pull out a mace, and they are going to try and bring it down upon you. Does a... I'm guessing a 13 doesn't hit, or does?
I'm a class of 14.
Nice. So he is going to make a second attack against you. And then that is going to be a 21 to hit.
I'm a class of 22.
Okay. And you are going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as this mace just comes into you. And then that is going to be it for their turn. Kronk. You've seen Hubris just get stabbed in the gut as this other figure just bashes out against your friend.
So out of the swirling snow, He just comes flying in, you know. His
Okay.
elite, and gonna have a massive cleaver, the one in front of Hubris. 13?
A 13 on this figure will hit. Roll for damage.
All right. Oof. 9, and let's superiority dice. 9 and 6 is 15. So
You were just walking through people today. Yeah, so leaping from the snow blind, Kronk, how do you slice this fool in two?
So again, like I said, you know, it's just sort of a whiteout, and Kronk's pretty gray/white anyway, and he just comes out of the snow, flying through the air, and he's like, "Don't touch Hubris!" And the axe like starts to split the skull, but then it just collapses in, and it becomes more of a bludgeoning attack that like folds him inward until he's just a pile on the ground.
Oh yeah. No, that lady she crumples beneath the might of your blade. So that is it for that character in the initiative order. Next up is the figure that you were chasing, Ghost. And they are going to continue moving outside of your vision. So then next up is going to be Ghost and Torvash.
Go ahead. I'm going. He's muted. Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action to shift.
Okay.
So my face becomes a little bit more pronounced, my eyes tighten up, and my ears kind of sit back a little bit more, and I'm going to turn the corner and attempt to continue chase.
Okay. So as you turn around the corner, make a perception check.
Not a survival check?
No, this is for you. I'll say survival. I'll say survival because Blood Hunter.
Okay.
As you are looking with your nose and
Yep.
with your ears and with your other senses.
Oh shit. That's a well, it's the same either way, but it's a 21.
Okay, so with your 21, you actually see that there are disturbances in the snow leading up a flight of boxes that then actually extend outward onto the roof.
Why do people always go on the roof? I will follow.
Okay, so make a athletics check to... Actually, your strength is 18. Yeah, it'd be... totally within your reason to be able to just scamper up there, no problem. And you actually find yourself about 25 feet away from where this individual is on the roof, and they look back at you and just and they say, "So, you think you can catch me, huh?" And then they just laugh at you and begin running, and you, or at least looking like they are going to make their run at the beginning of their next turn. So then next up, Torvash. And you've just seen Kronk just murderize.
How good is Ghost at tracking people? I'll ask Hubris. He's just got a dagger stabbed in him.
He's going into his pocket to grab something. He goes, "She's pretty good."
Okay, so I'm going to cast Hold Person on this fucker, which is still here.
Okay.
So wisdom save.
He is going to fail. Got a 10.
Okay. So he's now paralyzed. I was like, can we not kill this one? Guards are probably coming because of the big...
It's a blizzard.
And you
With a
see
loud...
this dude is like rearing his mace back and just got caught midway. Like, looks very uncomfortable.
And when you said, can we not kill this one? It's just stone face, like, huh?
Yeah, and
Kronk.
Hubris, it is your turn.
Wallflower, real quick. He's pulling out this sort of small cylinder, pops in his mouth and crunches it, and black smoke starts to come out of his mouth, and I'll cast Hex on him. I don't have my arcane focus, so I have to do these things. Material components are fun. Yeah. Place my Hex on him. He's going to take a d6 extra damage.
Okay, are you hitting him? Because the d6 extra damage is added on to other
Yeah.
damage rolls.
I'm rolling right now.
Okay, cool.
You have advantage because he's paralyzed.
So I just
Like,
rolled.
this guy's paralyzed.
So 15.
15 does not hit. Or actually, sorry, no, 15 does. Still
Okay.
a different one. Sorry. Yes, 15 does hit.
10, 12 points of well, sorry. Yeah, 12 points of damage. I have
Okay.
to split up in my mind because I just rolled it really quick.
Sounds good. So then it is going to be this duder's turn. And he's going to try and break free at the end of his turn. That was at a 17 and then tilted over to a 3. He remains. Kronk.
All right. So wait. Somebody said, "Can we please not kill this guy?"
I said don't kill him. Hubris then stabbed him.
No, I hit him with my greatsword, and then
Okay, slashed him.
Okay.
he's gonna turn to Kronk like, just punch him already.
All right. So then I'll let him have it with a big meaty fist to the head to
Okay.
subdual damage.
Discombobulate.
Discombobulated. 17 hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. And so that's 6 points.
Okay.
Does he go down?
You hear a as you just deck him square in the face. He does not go down. He looked like he had been in a pretty like a squared off position.
But is he unconscious? Like
No,
his
he's
eyes
still
are
very
there?
He's
awake.
still up.
All right, then
Blood just
I'll
coming
spend,
from the nose.
I'll spend my last superiority die. Oh, that's good. 8 more points on top.
That was it. You just needed 8.
Okay. So Kronk's like, boom, and I hit him so hard that it makes, even though he's paralyzed, it makes his weapon fly out of his hand. I use the disarming strike. So pop him in his even though he's paralyzed, like I said, it goes winging out.
Oh yeah. No, and as you hit him, it's kind of like a Rock'em Sock'em Robot kind of thing. Like that's what makes his arms go up, and the three of you hear just like this very quick snapping, almost dissolving sound, as you're pretty sure that a few of his vertebrae are just gone at
But
this
I was
point.
subduing.
Yes. No, he's still very alive.
Okay.
To his chagrin. He will never sit the same way. Or enter chairs the same way, if you know the Riker sit. Yeah, that is what this guy is destined to. So, yes, he is unconscious, passed out on the ground, his friend having been like cut in half next to him. And then let us go to the figures on the rooftop. And so, Ghost, you are scaling after this person, and they are just continuing to run in the snowblind. But you have a pretty good idea of where they're heading now, as you can see their footprints winding in and out of the snow. And they
Can
are
I
just
see
going to
her?
continue to run. She is now outside of your vision.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna track her as far as do I have a guess of where she's going?
You do not have an idea of where she's
Okay.
going, no.
I can just follow her.
Yeah. As her footsteps on the roof crushing through the snow are still very fresh.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna keep following her.
Okay?
Unless I can see her. Once she is within like if she stumbles or something,
Mm-hmm.
then I will do something else.
Okay. Yeah, so she is beginning to run, and then you are just quickly following after her. And after your initial 30 feet of movement, after your 30 feet of movement, kind of following after her up on the roof, you can kind of see her at the edge of your vision.
Okay. Then I'm gonna say to myself, Oh, I don't need to catch you. And I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
At 2nd level.
Sounds good.
Take a page out of the book.
Son of a bitch. That's an 11.
Yeah, so as this bolt just of radiant energy sails through the air, you see her just dodge down and over the snow just, you're a feisty one, aren't you? And I would like for Torvash, Kronk, and Hubris to make a perception check as well.
Are we just going in a circle?
Kinda.
16.
19.
11.
All right, so Hubris and Torvash, you both hear this individual that Ghost has been chasing. They seem to be up on the rooftops above where you guys are, but you have a general idea of where, where her and Ghost are both placed, especially seeing this radiant beam shoot off into no place for about 120 feet through the night sky and then just dissipates.
You gotta get warm.
Could I see the like flash of the outline of the person running on the roof?
You would have seen it for a brief moment.
Well, if I had a spell of instantaneous duration, could I cast something?
Sure.
Reaches a hand out, instantly magic missile.
Okay. Roll for roll for damage because magic missile doesn't even need a hit.
3 plus 4, 7, and another 3, 10, 13 points of force damage.
Holy
Oh, shit.
butt nuts. Okay.
I totally hit her.
Yeah, feisty one.
Yeah, and she just gets peppered while she's still up on the roof. She looks fine, as far as you can tell, but her laughter was quickly stopped, replaced kind of with pain, and then you just hear kind of a choking laughter that seems to almost just billow up from her chest. And then she just...
Like a creepy laugh?
Not like a creepy laugh,
Okay.
but it's one of those, like, she's into it now. Like, before she was playing around, but now she's all about this cat and mouse game. And she just yells through the snow. If you'd like to catch me as well, you can certainly try.
How fast is Kronk?
Not fast enough. I used my action surge already.
Oh, yeah.
But are these 2-story buildings?
Yes.
Okay.
How far away is she from me?
From you would guess, based on where Hubris had fired off, maybe about 50 feet, but you can't really see where this individual is. It seems like they are outside of your vision range.
Well, I can't do anything if I can't see her. It's her turn, isn't it?
It was not at that point because Ghost had gotten up onto the roof, fired the guiding bolt. Then it would be Hubris's turn, or then it would have been your turn. Yeah.
Can I move close to try and see her? I have a rough...
You do have a rough outline, but the problem is that your vision is kind of being restricted in 30-foot increments, and she's about 20 feet up in the air. So by the time that you are actually able to get within distance, she would be blocked from the ledge of the building.
Do I know which way she... I would have zero idea which way she's running, right?
Yeah.
But I'll just not move and be like, let's get this guy inside, which is unconscious.
Okay. So yeah.
I trust. You said Ghost is good at tracking. I trust.
I'm gonna help move the guy inside. I'm gonna tell Kronk to like try and clean up the bits and bobs in the middle of the street.
Move the 2 half bodies to the pile of bugbears and we can just blame them.
True.
All right.
Okay. Let's start
Are you gonna
scooping them up.
thinking works?
What?
I'm talking to Hubris.
Oh.
What?
Are you good at picking locks if this door's locked?
You know, I've been trained in thievery, so you'd think. Is the door locked?
The door is not locked.
Ta-da.
But I'm not an idiot, so...
Oh, shame that.
Okay, so... yeah, you guys go and open up the door and kind of drag this body inside.
There's 10 more dudes in there. Hey,
There is not
This-
10 more dudes.
Troll in the dungeon!
So you can see that there is a second door inside of this building that is actually slightly adjacent. That seems to kind of have the lightings of a fire coming from inside of it. You can and from the heat that you feel coming from it as well. You were guessing that this is where the hearth/fireplace in this building is. And as you drag in this body and lay it on the ground, I would like for the both of you to make perception checks.
oh shit, we're doing good.
12.
22.
Okay. Yeah, so the both of you actually hear what sounds like wood against stone. That's sort of just like rattling a little bit, and you hear just a coming from the next room over.
Hubris is like gripping his side, and he's like, "Hey, can you just?"
Just pulling the knife out.
Do you need healing?
I'm bleeding out.
I have one spell slot left. Do you need healing?
It's like that face turn zoom in camera from The Office.
The gym face.
The gym face like. I'm gonna use a healer's kit.
Okay.
Fuck you.
You stay
Oh,
here.
wow.
I'll check the door then. You'll probably kill the person.
You'll probably kill the person.
And Torvash, as you hear that, just gonna let it go. Gonna let it go.
All it's gonna take is just one bit of dissonant whispers in the fucking head, and he's gonna run out the door and freeze to death. That's all it's gonna take.
And as you're kind of muttering this to yourself, you open up the door, and you see tied to a wooden chair what looks to be
Motherfucking Volo.
No, it is not Volvo. Oh, what are you guys doing here?
Closes
Never
the door.
end.
I think I'll freeze. Thank you very much.
You actually see a dwarven man that is wearing boots that seem to have these metal tips around them, and placed over his head is what looks to be a nice beanie cap that has a bunch of crocheted eye stalks kind of hanging off of it. And he takes notice of you and just like begins hopping in his chair, and you just hear the out of this chair just sort of like hobbling back and forth.
I'm just gonna talk to him in his head, so I'm not removing no thing. And just ask who he is and why is he locked up. Why are you tied up?
I'm Art Steel Toes, and I was wrongfully imprisoned.
I'll talk to you later. I'm gonna go deal with something else first. but
Wait, no, come
just
back!
Shut the door.
And as you
I'm not in
shut
the
the
mood
door,
to
you
deal
just
with
hear
that.
that clattering noise.
So you still need healing?
2 bloody middle fingers. As he had just sewed himself up.
There's a dwarf tied to a chair with a beanie stuck on his head with eyes. Did I remember correctly?
Yeah, they were eye stalks, like a crocheted hat with these eye stalks kind of coming off of the sides.
You know, it's been one hell of a day, and asking why is probably going to open up another can of worms. We're going to have to go up to the fucking castle ward to do something.
We just wait till tomorrow, to be honest, because I'm exhausted.
Yeah, me too. Just watch this guy.
You
And what's up?
should not go outside. This
No.
is coughing up ice blood.
You know, I was thinking of warming up a little bit before heading back out, but you know, some cocoa, a little bit of like snuggle time if you want. That'd be great.
I'll pass.
Cool.
You couldn't handle me anyway.
And it's around
I
that
wouldn't
time
wanna
that
handle
Kronk,
you with
you
a
come back into the
cold.
building as well.
All right. I look in the building. They're just standing there.
Yeah, they're just standing there over this knocked out body talking about snuggling and needing a rest.
Y'all got this.
Yeah,
Headed.
he's probably gonna get help Ghost.
Then yeah, Kronk'll run 30, and then leap 20 and grab onto the edge of the roof, and pull himself up.
Torvash,
Okay.
can you go help out too?
In that weather,
Probably not. Let's go talk
we'll
to
probably
him.
kill the guy. Like, I'm here to make sure no more death happens, because we need information, and you tried killing a dude.
He's about to say something and it swaps over to Ghost.
Yeah. So, Ghost, I would like for you, so you and this figure are just, you continue running and then they barely get out of your snowblind again. I'd like for you to roll a d20. As we enter into a rooftop chase. Diddly-doo-doo-doo.
I rolled a 10.
All right, so with a 10,
Oh, is
so-
this an actual thing in the book?
Yes. So,
Oh my god.
as you are running, I would like for you to make a dexterity save. As you hear what sounds to be a group of children down below you, and one of them says, "I bet you can't hit that one!" And then one of them just throws a snowball towards you.
What are you children doing in a blizzard?
That's a 12.
Okay, that is enough. So you just managed to dodge out of the way of the snowball, and they just kind of like, "Ah, come on, you were supposed to hit her!" Just like continually, just like pointing and looking at you.
I'm gonna use a cantrip to told it. No, I'm kidding.
Get the fuck out, kids! Yeah, so then you continue racing along. And I would like for you to make a Constitution save as you continue kind of just chasing after this person, and you can feel the air, just the cold air now burning in your chest.
Would this be something, because of my upbringing, that wouldn't cause me as much stress because I grew up in the far north?
This is more about trudging through the snowbanks, hopping from rooftop to rooftop while still maintaining a decent speed. You're basically having to use your dash every turn just to make sure.
That's fine. I was just checking.
Yeah.
That's 16.
All right, with a 16, you are totally fine on that. And then I would like for you to make a roll another d20 as you continue to run.
Ooh, that was almost a 1. That's a 13.
Okay, nothing
The
happens.
edge of my map, real quick.
So yeah, you have absolutely no complications, and you are about 45 feet away from this person, and then you see them just look at you, and their breath is very visible in this nighttime snowing air. And you can just see that they have a smile on their face. Their cheeks are just that harsh red of somebody who's been fucking hoofing it. And then they just take off once more. And I'd like for you to make another Constitution save to keep up.
Wait. Let me know if I can use a guiding bolt, because I still have 2 spell slots.
Okay. They always seem to just be getting right out of your vision whenever you
That's
can.
fine. Constitution, 11.
Okay. So with an 11, I believe. Let me find the ruling. Why do I put away books when I'm needing them?
By the way, Indoor, when I got to the roof, were they already gone?
Yeah,
I
they
can't
were
see them?
already gone. You had
All
heard
right.
them just like rushing off as you were cleaning up the body outside.
Okay.
All right, so no. So then... Where is it? Yeah, no, so you're totally fine on that. Because if you roll low enough, you take a level of exhaustion during a chase.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so you managed to just follow them completely. I would like for you to make another survival check.
Okay. The 12.
Okay. So you like run forward a little bit and then you jump onto another building and you don't see any footprints. And you are getting this feeling that maybe they outpaced you, but that doesn't, you were right on their tail the entire time. There's no way that they would be able to outpace you. And as you turn around, you can see that their footprints actually go in between the buildings and actually wrap down into an alleyway. And you can see they like just the edge of the trailing of their footsteps leading off into what looks to be kind of a larger thoroughfare.
Okay. I will continue to chase as long as I can.
All right. So make a perception check as you hit the street.
21.
Okay.
I roll a lot of 15s, guys.
So with your 21, you actually see this figure going into a building. And this building, you can see with very large letters along the front side, almost in a marquee style setting. It says Brisen Bright Theater.
Brisen Bright Theater.
And you can see that there are other groups of individuals that are kind of going into that theater as well.
And I believe that this is...
Yeah, you can see them very clearly going into the building.
Okay. I will shift in myself. I will, if it's been more than a minute, my actual physical shifting has worn off.
Yeah, no, this entire sequence has taken you about 15 minutes of just running along these rooftops after this individual.
That is fine.
And so you make it to the Brisen Bright Theater. And so as you are entering in, that's where we will switch back to the other three. So, Kronk, you had jumped up onto the siding of a building and had crawled up onto the roof. And you can see that there are footsteps, just still very fresh in the snow. It looks like there is more that is kind of sliding into it, but they seem to be heading off in the northwest direction.
All right. I'll take my chances and try to follow them.
Okay.
And see if I can not fall through a roof.
Okay, make a survival check.
All right. We see you, Hubris, but I can't tell what you're saying. Survival. All right. Based on my high wisdom. Oh, wait, that's a lie. Yeah, 7.
All right, so you managed to follow these footsteps for several buildings, but then it seems like there must have been a sweep of wind that kind of came by and either tried to obscure more of their footsteps, or maybe it's just the heavy snow that has kind of fallen in. But you are having a difficult time being able to continue to follow these footsteps. You know that they went this way, but as soon as like you reach the end of a line of houses, you look out and it just branches into multiple directions, and you aren't sure where to go from there.
Yeah, and as I'm sure roof tiles were crushing and shattering off under my feet, I was trying to walk along, using my masonry knowledge, walk along where the edges of the building are. Mm-hmm. But once I've lost it, I'll go to the ground. I'll just, as long as I'm still 20 feet up,
yeah,
I can jump down and land, and I'll try to move the same direction.
Okay, make an athletics check as you jump down.
Sure. Okay. I am good at it. So 4 and 7 is 11.
Okay. Yeah, so with your 11, you manage to land on the ground, and you feel your feet kind of like slip and slide under you a little bit as you land into the snow, but just with a very light plume of white that kind of comes up after you land. You then stand up, and you feel like you're in your element at least. And you can see that there is this group of kids that has just watched you like jump from the rooftop down, and like one of them has a snowball in its hand, and another kid like looks at him and is just like,
I'll give you a gold piece if you throw it at him. And the other kid's like, you don't have a gold piece, Trevor.
and like just like yelling at each other back and forth about the money that they don't have, until eventually these kids just kind of start like roughhousing each other into the snow.
As they're going, Kronk goes into like crowd mode, and he'll be like, "Hey, you kids, you want to help? Want to be heroes? Did you see a couple of ghosts run across the rooftops?"
And like one of them's like hand back reared, ready to punch his friend in the face, and just,
yeah, they went that way. We tried throwing a snowball at them, but Trevor missed.
And
all right,
kid just shut up, Eric! Like just like pushing each other back and forth.
Y'all throw snow at me as I go, and I'll leap over them and start going.
And as you leap over, just a very harmonious whoa as you continue about your way, and then they will try and peg you with snowballs. So that's a 3.
That's a natural 20
and a 9. Trevor and Eric really blow at this.
Okay.
They are not good. So yeah, they are just throwing snow towards you as you continue to stomp away.
All right. I'll just keep going, trying to catch any kind of a sign. Not that I'm very perceptive, but
yeah.
I mean, if there's hoofs and flashes of light or whatever, then maybe I'll see it.
Yeah, make another perception check.
That's better. 16.
Okay. Yeah. So with a 16, you continue to look around, and you aren't necessarily sure, again, like which way people went, but based on your general knowledge of the structure of Waterdeep, you can kind of begin to work your way inwards, as you know that there aren't, like, you're pretty sure that there aren't really stable roofs or any place that you could feasibly run across. More towards the eastern side of town, but towards the western side, you have a better understanding that those roofs, based on what you've heard from your party members who often will run on rooftops, that those roofs are much sturdier and safer to run along.
Okay. I'll continue on, and you can jump back to whoever.
Yeah. So Torvash and Hubris, you guys are in a home that does not belong to you, with a man beaten within an inch of his life, with a destroyed spine at this point. He can walk, but it's not going to be pretty when he does.
Just tie his legs together. He can't get far.
I don't have any rope.
I throw him some rope.
Okay, I'll try and why am I tying his legs up? You killed him, pretty much.
He walks into the room with the dwarf, because you don't want to talk with this guy.
I said not at the moment. Don't kill him. And I'll tie the guy's legs up. I'll tie him.
Yeah.
The great sword just sinks back into the frost gauntlet and then turns into a knife.
Can you? No.
I'm not.
No.
Just goes up to the gag and snicks it off. Are you okay?
I'm better now.
Good.
We have to make sure it was safe.
Did the boss send you? Did you kill those assholes?
See?
Oh, they are deader than doornails.
Good. Serves them right.
Cut one of them in
Spits
half.
on the ground.
I mean, we're gonna interrogate this other guy outside, so if you want to stab at him later, by all means.
Can I stab him?
Let's get some information.
What if I stomp on his legs?
He kind of knocks his metal shoes against the chair that he's sitting on.
I'm pretty sure one of our guys shattered some vertebra, so he's not walking anytime soon, so he's not using them.
Good, then I won't mind if I stomp on his legs.
Is that all you really want, just stomping on legs?
Sometimes. I also like money. And women. Man, if I'm drunk.
That's fair. So why'd they capture you?
names, because I know things.
Oh.
But I'm not supposed to say that.
Oh, come on. Really? Can't share
We're
anything between friends?
Can't share anything with non-guild associates.
What about a dragon? And he pulls out a gold coin and spins in his hand.
And Ott's eyes get a little bit bigger, and he looks like he's gonna say,
No. You have to
And,
be... Look, as much as I love money, I also like living. And if I told any of the information about, well, what I know to anybody who's not a part of the guild, boss would kill me. Just disintegrate me right where I stood.
But then why are we here if boss didn't send us to help you?
I'm gonna prestidigitate some eyes on my arm.
okay.
'Cause I'm assuming bugbears had the eyes on them.
Yeah. All right. So, and he just looks
I'd
at
be
you.
in the other room
Yeah.
first. wanna-
Just hearing this conversation between us.
Yeah.
Show me your identity. Show me that you're a part of the guild. I want
I'll
to see
show
it.
them the tattoos.
So are you coming into the room with this guy, or are you still in the other room?
I was outside, heard the conversation.
So
made
you're just like
tattoos on
flipping
me,
inside?
and then I would have walked in because I was tying the guy up.
Could I
Didn't
make
say the room
a
was by each other?
could I make a two-part motion? A snap of the finger to dismiss my pack weapon, and another snap to put an eye on like the inside of my shirt, like near the collarbone.
Yeah, and as you do, he just says,
No?
That doesn't seem right.
Why not?
You magicked it on. Where's your dedication?
and he kind of like lobs his head a little bit as all of the eyes on his crocheted hat begin to
Listen,
move.
we have been deep undercover for a while. If anyone saw any eye tattoos on us, they'd gut us in a second.
That's true.
You were infiltrating a new Zentara. No. He
No,
seems
we
very
can't say,
trustworthy.
hey,
He
listen.
seems trustworthy.
I am trustworthy.
Yeah, we've been infiltrated. The boss wouldn't have sent us to save him if he wasn't trustworthy.
I am the most trustworthy.
I guess. And
He's
if
very
he
important.
didn't think we were trustworthy, he wouldn't send us to go after him.
Super important, so you should let me out. And stop fucking around.
Well, we need to make sure that you haven't broken or swapped sides yet.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
It's protocol.
Let me out.
If you
He
tell us
just kind of like
what
rocking
they
in
were
his
trying
chair.
to get from you.
Let me out of this thing.
And like he tilts himself onto his side.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. He's gonna straighten up. You okay?
Let me go.
Wait, hey, we have
If
to
we're
make
part
sure.
of the same guild, why
have
aren't
to
you
make
just
sure
letting me
just-
go?
We've got to make sure that the information lines up. So what do you know?
I know a lot of things.
About your current situation.
My current situation is that I know a lot of things, and the Zents wanted me to find out what those things were, so they kidnapped me.
Did you tell them any of the things?
No! Because I'm a good guild member.
What didn't you tell them?
The same thing that you know. Same thing that we
What's
all
that?
know.
Let's say it at the same time so we know we're all saying the same thing, okay?
Make a deception check.
Can I assist?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yes, I went from a 19 to a nat 20. It was going to be 26 no matter what, but it's 27.
All right. So
3, 2, 1. Is that a lot of smoke powder?
I was at the
What the
same thing.
fuck? You guys didn't say anything! This is bullshit. I'm starting to doubt your
never
integrity.
agreed, like, was it 3, 2, 1, go, and then say it?
It's
or
3, 2, 1. I already said my fucking piece, so what's yours?
And I would repeat the same thing he said.
What about you?
He said what I was gonna say.
Fuck you guys.
Fuck you. We came here to save your ass.
Yeah, and here I am tied to a chair. Thank you. Thank you for all of this.
Okay,
So
sorry.
now that I've told you what you so desperately wanted to know, and what the Zents wanted to know, why don't you just let me go? That makes sense.
Xanathar smokes grass? What?
I didn't understand what he said either.
Let me go.
Yeah, no, Hubris is going to. He's already like.
No, wait.
He's slowly sawing it off the ropes.
Look at how easy it was for him to tell us. Are you sure he didn't tell the Zents?
Just wraps around the other side, looks him up. You know, he's. It feels like he checks out.
Just struggling in his chair.
Like one of the ropes cuts. Sorry, these are very tough ropes.
Wait. Into Hubris' mind telepathically, it's like, should we not just leave this guy for the guards? A group of them were bugbears and did try and kill us.
I mean, he might owe us a favor later down the line.
You're a gent.
Yeah, but he thinks we're deep undercover, so.
Yoko.
I cut him free.
Okay.
Why are you guys just staring at each other?
We're having a moment.
I'm pretty certain Torvash would be able to make idle chit chat while having an actual conversation. He does this enough. He's grown up with this ability.
Yeah. So as soon as you cut him free, he kind of like hops onto the ground with this heavy clank. He just.
Oh, sorry, hold on.
One rule. You don't get to hurt the guy outside till after we've spoken to him when he's woken up tomorrow.
No.
You don't get to hurt him at all then. There are your two options.
And he just begins walking into the next room.
Wait. He knows things.
As your superior officer, I don't give a shit.
And he brings his boot up and just begins stomping onto this dude.
I'm
Okay,
going
I
to
guess.
attack him. Dissonant
Okay.
whispers. Fuck this dude. Little shit.
I was gonna say okay, but he knows where the stone is.
I don't like this guy.
Okay.
This is why I didn't hear you.
Does that stop him? Like, okay, that's where he knows where the stone is, though.
That does not seem to stop him at
Okay,
all.
we're murdering this man.
DC save of 15.
Okay.
I did not use my last level 2 spell to save this guy for a little dwarf to come and kill him.
What save was this?
Wisdom.
Yeah, no, he does not hit the 15. So how much?
11 damage, and he uses his reaction to move as far away from me as possible.
Alrighty. So he is going to take that damage. And...
This is one of those if looks could kill moments, but actually hurts.
Well, like, you know, describe to me, like, if your look did kill, what would it look like?
Oh,
What did I kill
is
him?
it
Yeah,
blue
he's
number
dead.
2?
It's dissonant whispers, so it just looks like because everything's done psychically, and it just would have been like, don't fucking touch him. And then I guess he would just not fucking touch him.
Yeah, you see his eyes, like, roll back in his head as blood just starts coming down from his nose. And he falls off to the side with a thud.
Great. Welcome to the club.
I didn't want to kill him. You
Welcome to the club.
All right, so, Ghost, you are approaching this this theater, and as you go up, you see that there are posters that are kind of set around the outside of this theater that seem to just be in almost like a pattern, as it was very much we put a poster up here, and then here, and then here, and then here, and then here, and it's all for the same performance, which you see reads as The Bloody Wedding.
Okay.
And as you kind of maneuver your way in with this crowd, you can see that a lot of them are actually just kind of milling about. It seems like the show is currently going on, but they're still letting people kind of come and go freely in and out. And you see in a way, a weirdly familiar sight. And that is, you see that there is a spirit, a just kind of pale blue ghostly figure that seems to be floating slightly above the crowd. And it says, "Let not this harried visage diminish you, gentle sirs and beautiful ladies, for I am but your friendly host. What fine art have we wrought for you this day? Buy your tickets and behold, you shan't be disappointed," as this ghostly figure just kind of like waves his arms around.
Our ghost is better. Both of them. I'm gonna look for the girl.
Okay. So as you look around, you don't see the individual in the group that's still kind of milling about. And as you get close to the entryway to kind of go into the theater, the ghost actually just kind of apparates right in front of you, wagging its finger and just says, "No show is free. If you would like to go and enjoy this bloody wedding as so many have, then I suggest you purchase a ticket at the ticket office."
I was on the heels, and I'm like out of breath a little bit, of a vagrant who poached something from me, and she ran in here without paying.
Do you know
Did
what
not
she
stop her?
looks like? I make
Yes.
sure everyone pays.
I'm going to tell him what she looks like,
Uh,
from what I can tell from around the corner.
and as he listens, he eventually just says, "She purchased her ticket not 5 minutes ago."
Where? How much?
And he points over to the ticket office, and you know that a ticket to see this show is going to be 7 silver pieces.
Boop, pop down a gold and shove it in.
All
And
right.
then
you receive your ticket.
Ah,
And you walk into this theater. And as you kind of like creep in through the back, I would like for you to make a perception check.
that is a 24.
Okay. So with your 24, you're kind of scanning around the audience, and then you see a individual whose hood is back, but they look like they still have snow dusting on their shoulders. And it looks like they are like their shoulders are kind of just like rising and falling kind of heavily, almost like they too just ran for 15 minutes on the snowy rooftops of Waterdeep. Mm-hmm. And they seem to be leaning forward in between the heads of 2 individuals sitting in front of them. And one of them just has like hands, his head in his hands and just holding them up. And you see that their back is kind of just heaving a little bit. And you think he might be crying? And just like eventually a hand will come up and point towards the stage and then wrap themselves in with a tight hug and then hold their hands over their eyes once again. But yes, you do spot the figure.
I would like to move as stealthily as I can to get behind them within 10 feet.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
I keep switching dice and it's making me nervous. Oh no, that's a 6.
Okay. Yeah, so as you
Shouldn't have said
begin
anything.
as you begin making your way down the aisles towards this individual, you can see that they have seated themselves in between, like in the center of the audience. They weren't near an aisle seat.
Yeah.
And as you begin kind of making your way, you accidentally step on a theater viewer and just watch where you're going. I'm trying to see the show, and like kind of berates you. And at that, the figure that you had been chasing turns back and sees you. And just with this large smile, they just stand up and bolt, just running through the other audience members. And you see them kind of making their way towards a side exit.
Towards the side exit?
Yeah, towards a side exit.
I'm going to cover my left side with my hair, and I'm going to say, "Stop, thief!" And I'm going to point at her.
Okay. Make a deception check.
Okay.
That's a 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna hide under my desk, but my chair wouldn't go back far enough.
All right. So as you cry out, "Stop, thief!" The members of the play that is currently going on end up kind of buying into what you're saying, and they say, "Yes, here at the bloody wedding, we deal only with thieves of the heart." And they begin to kind of like go into this monologue, crying off of you, and you see that the rest of the crowd is actually like cheering, like, "Oh, she knew the lines. I haven't seen this one yet, but she knew the lines."
To get to her, do I have to climb over people?
Yeah, you would have to climb over some people.
I don't know this area very well, probably. I'm guessing.
It's still the trade ward.
Okay. I'm just thinking, like, if I go out the front and then go around the side, can she only come out one way, or is there she can come out the front of the alley or the back of the alley?
You know that she would be able to have access down an alleyway.
Oh, okay. God, I wish I didn't have so much oil and have something helpful. I guess I will. I mean, I don't care about any of these people. I'm gonna plow through.
Okay.
And attempt to chase after her.
All right, make an athletics check as this crowd of people is going to count as difficult terrain, but you can kind of like hop onto the seats and just run your way through the auditorium towards them.
So 8 plus 6.
Okay, 14. And you manage to kind of like hop over people, and you are on your way, and you actually look like you're about 20 feet away from where this individual is, right at the edge of the door, and I would like for you to make a perception check.
People aren't going to be none too happy about what I'm doing right now. Perception plus 6 is 23.
Okay. So as you are like climbing over people, making your way, you climb over this individual, and they look like they are wearing what looks to be just kind of like this white shirt. It's a little bit thicker, almost like there's it's more like priestly vestments over it. And as you pull the shoulder and pull your way forward, you look down and you recognize this priest.
Son of a bitch.
And as you climb over them and look back, you two make eye contact for a split second. And you can just see a very coy smile wrap up around onto his face as you continue making your way forward.
As soon as I get outside, God damn it. Shit. Nope, I'm gonna chase after her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you managed to chase her into the alleyway.
Now I'm very mad. Ghost is very mad.
Kronk, I would like for you to make a perception check.
17.
Nice. All right. So with your 17, as you are like wandering around the trade ward, kind of following the path that you think Ghost might have taken, you see darting between some buildings, not even 15 feet in front of you, is a darkly clad hooded figure that runs. And then just following it, very quick, arms kind of down at the sides, claws out, is Ghost just following after.
All right. Go chasing after.
All right, so Ghost, you end up eventually cornering this individual. It has taken you some time, but now they have wound themselves into a corner that it does not look like they have any kind of vertical leap for, and you see them pull out a rapier, and just very exasperated, just this is it.
You know, honestly, I don't even want to kill you anymore. I just want the stone, dude. Sorry, that was Gwen. I don't even want. I honestly don't want to kill you. I just want the stone.
And at that, the figure that you've been chasing says, I wish that were the two of us, and she lunges forward with her rapier and is going to try and stab you.
Okay.
That is a natural 20. So, fun times at Waterdeep High.
I actually got a little winded there for breathing.
Please don't. Please be careful. Hyperventilation is not fun.
Right.
And
She's gonna hit me. It's okay, reach there.
that is going to be for 15 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
All right, it is your turn, though.
I don't really want to kill her, but I guess I will if I have to. I am going to cast. I'm gonna try and do a touch attack.
Okay.
Don't know which fucking one to use. Ooh, that's a 19.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Okay. So exhausted from running, I don't know what I'm doing.
Just a casual slap across the face.
22 points of damage.
Shit. Okay.
Look, honestly, I really don't want to kill you. I just want the stone. Is Kronk like super close?
Kronk
or,
has
like...
one more round of exchanges between the two of you before he just full bore sprint towards you guys. All right,
Hey,
so yep.
Are you counting also the 12 force damage she took earlier?
Yeah. Yes.
Nice.
HP. Yikes.
So that is going to be a 15 to hit.
That's my armor class.
All right, so that is going to be for 11 points of slashing damage.
Oh, shit.
You're fine.
I hit the wrong button.
All right, Ghost.
I am going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
That's 7 plus 4. And then I'm going to use my War Priest ability.
Hoo-hoo.
You can make one attack, weapon attack as a bonus action.
Nice.
Well, I can make 4, but
yeah.
I'm going to do that. Actions. And I'm going to attack with my my claws.
Your claws.
It's a dirty 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. That's for 9 damage.
Okay. She is still up, looking mightily injured. So Kronk, make a roll for initiative, as Ghost and this other individual are still rolling off of their previous initiatives, having not really left combat.
8.
Okay, so, yeah, so you will show up at the end of this turn and be able to act. Right now, you can kind of just like, you've sprinted and you can see that they are about 30 feet away from where you are. It's just Ghost and this figure, both looking very, very tired. And this figure is going to rear back with their rapier and try and slash out against Ghost again with an 18 on the die. So that would be 22 total, followed up with 12 points of piercing damage.
Good heal.
Clutch. All right.
Yeah, right.
Ghost.
I'll do a double attack.
And you can hear and feel Kronk's footsteps like vibrating in the ground as he trudges forward.
And I'm just going to look up at her and I'm just going to go, I'm really sorry about this. And I'm going to slash and then turn to the side.
Okay.
So I guess slash. 22.
Yeah, that'll hit.
For 6 points of damage. And then with my War Priest ability, since I could do it 4 times, it's a 17.
Yeah, 17 will hit.
Okay.
Just barely.
Ooh, max damage. So that's 10.
Okay. She's looking very, very, very messed up.
And I'll just sidestep as I hear Kronk. What I assume is Kronk, because no one else makes. Well, no, because he wears his freaking boots.
I don't make noise, but
oh right, but you can feel it.
Yeah, you feel the ground shifting with each footfall, even if you don't hear the crunching noise of his boots through snow.
Yeah. All right. Yep. That's it.
All right, Kronk, what would you like to do?
Since I've still been holding the meat cleaver, I guess that's what I'm coming in with.
Okay.
And basically, this is another like go Goliath moment, where I'm like, okay, again, recently, Ghost has been in jail, and he's out of his head because this isn't a good thing to him. We got split up again, and he lost her for a while. So, it's that go Goliath moment for 17 plus 7.
Oh yeah, that'll hit. Can you
20
roll less than 6?
I cannot.
Something.
Okay, yeah, no. So, what does this look like?
Yeah, so it's she sidesteps and Kronk comes up, and again it's an underhanded thing, and so it's just belly up through chin, strike, throwing the whole body backwards as it flies through the air ragdoll style.
Yeah. No, and it just splats against the wall that you guys had kind of chased her down into, and then her body falls.
I'm going to quickly go through her pockets.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Because we got to bail. Whew. Don't remember what. If it's not a 6, I don't know what I'm doing. It's a 3. So that's a 9. Just 9.
Okay. So as you begin to search through these pockets, you find that she had a dagger on her. There seems to have been a whip that was partially placed. You can see that there are some caltrops, a little bag of oil, or a little container of oil that she had at her hip, as well as a flask. And quickly patting through the pockets, you actually don't feel anything. It seems like her pockets are empty.
Swear to God. Go ahead.
We gotta go, right?
I think so.
Kronk would
I
say
assume
that.
so, yeah.
Like Kronk will be like, we gotta go, right?
I'm just going to grab... I saw her put it in her jacket, right?
Yes.
She did her fucking hand off. Damn it! All right, let's go.
All right.
Ghost is just pissed.
Kronk will just fold her up, just crunch, and pack her down, and then wrap her in his cloak and throw it over his shoulder like a bag. So she's just folded in on herself and like mushed down, and then, like I said, put over his shoulder like a bag, and he'll walk along.
Yeah.
That's how you get it done.
And
What?
that
Yeah, no.
is where we are going to call it for tonight. I was going to call it earlier, but then you made a fucking flesh bag, like legitimately. So, that's going to be in my nightmares tonight. Thanks. But I would like to say thank you to all of my wonderful players for making the streets of Waterdeep very, very special indeed. I had a lot of fun running this chase scene tonight, and I'm glad that things have been happening. Very quick-paced things. And you guys have been beating the shit out of so many enemies today. Oof. No sleep required. Just go through and beat. Now, speaking of these wonderful players, RJ, where can we find you? What do you do?
Oh, hey everybody, I'm RJ here in the show, but you can catch me at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about the nerd things and sometimes stream Overwatch with all of these people, actually.
Yeah.
You can also catch me on the Monday game as our Shadowkai cleric, Calum, or coming up this Saturday at 1 p.m. EST as our Silent Initiate, Ajax.
Yes. And that is on Pro Restarters
Pro Restarters channel,
Okay.
sorry. Yeah.
Cool. Just so that way people know where to go.
No, it's actually here.
All right. Next up, Greybeard. Where can we find you? What do you do?
Greybeard of Greybeards Tavern. I play here tonight, obviously Tuesdays, as Kronk Gorblatz. And you can catch me on Thursdays over on Pro Restarter's channel, playing Bevard. He's kind of a scoundrel, and that's in a Blue Rose campaign. That's a good time. We just played our first session, and it started off really well. Other than that, Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got, let's see, what do we want to show off today? We got just a few props that we enjoy and play with here on the show. So come on by Sunday mornings for some Darkest Dungeon. So hopefully see you then.
Yeah. And LB, where can we find you? What do you do?
Doing the math, man. You can find me here Mondays and Tuesdays, playing some fun characters. And on Friday, you can find me on Pro Restarter's channel at 8 p.m. We're doing a Birthright campaign, which is very Games of Thrones, very sassy. And I feel like I should have maybe watched the show before I started doing this, but it's fine. This came first, right? And then on Sunday, I am playing on Encounter Roleplay's channel as Abby. We all got superpowers in this fate system, and I did a little doodle that you might be able to see. And so she's the shy one who gets a very noticeable mutation. And I thought it was going to be like, we need to hide this shit from people. That's not going to happen.
No.
Nope.
No.
Nope. That's it.
All right. And Barry, where can we find you? What do you do?
You can find me here. I realize this is the only place I appear now. It's a word. I think this is the only place I appear.
Well, we're glad that you can be here.
I think it is.
Are
Yeah,
you
pretty certain.
You're doing your own streams sometime.
Oh yeah, every so often, but work's just being exhausting because big inspection tomorrow.
Good luck, man.
Health department.
Good
And this is Krieg. He is our
one of our stream cats.
Yeah.
We can't forget Franklin, otherwise he'll yell at us.
Yeah. Or Magic when
She just wants to play. What a good kitty. All right, and I am the Indoor Adventurer. If you made it this far, you probably already knew who I was, but... Oh, thank you, Jordan! Jordan with a PH! Thank you for the sub! Huge fan, and you're great. So I'm glad that we can make content that you can enjoy. And Greybeard, do you want to show
Hey,
it?
Jordan. Thanks, buddy. When someone gives us a sub or a follow, I take this mallet and hit that guy in the face.
Yay!
It's for you, buddy.
Yeah. But yes, I am the Indoor Adventurer. If you would like to check out any of the VODs for this game, you can find it at our YouTube channel at youtube.com/theinDoorAdventurer. There's also twitch.tv/theinDoorAdventurer. If you like podcasts, we are on Podbean, Anchor, Spotify, iOS, anywhere that you have a preferred listening experience that you can just search Indoor Adventures and you will find us there. Also, I have a Patreon set up, so if you would like to get access to our Discord server, which is only for subscribers and patrons, then you can join in on that. I write adventures every month and hand those out to people, as well as do my best to try and just make content that you guys can enjoy. You can find the link to the Patreon in the chat below. And then we also recently opened up In-Store Adventures. The Indoor Adventurer merch store. So if you like any of the art that we have on our channel, if you want to get some sweet moon maidens on a t-shirt, or perhaps the t-shirt that's displayed in the Twitch chat below, which is the dragons or friends were the real dragons all along, then you can check that out as well. But we are actually going to be going into our after show now, which is again another Patreon reward, where we're going to answer questions from our little community that we have going on, as well as answer questions between each other, because it's sometimes easier to ask out of character questions when you're not at the table playing. But that is all the time that we have for today. So I wanted to say thank you so much. Who should we raid? Pick somebody.
Sir Lucian's on.
Oh, Lucian's on?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, we're raiding that guy. I met him at PAX Unplugged, and it was really fun, and I want to...
Prepare thyself, Solution.
Prepare thyself. Where are you at? Sir Lucian. Boop. And raid. So we are going to be raiding in very soon. So if you enjoy us, please enjoy one of my friends, Sir Lucian, and you guys will have a great time. And then we're done. Because it already switched. No, it didn't. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye!
I don't know how this works.
Not at